Alright, a very happy Halloween to everybody and happy Monday Night Raw. We're here to watch tonight's episode of Raw. It should be good because tonight is not just a Halloween special episode of Raw, it is also the go-home show for Crown Jewel. So tonight's episode definitely is important. It's special. We got Brock Lesnar, we got Roman Reigns, we got Bianca Belair, who's making her way out right now. This should be a good episode. Hopefully, will be a good episode. And happy Halloween once again to everybody. Jeff, my brother, good to see you. Happy Halloween. Gary says, I hope everybody is feeling oozy tonight. As for me, I'm feeling 2240-ish. I see you, Gary. Okay. I feel very much oozy. Do you feel oozy? Let me know. And Andy, MG, it's good to see you. Andy, it's lovely to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. MG, yo, I see you. Good to see you, Miss Carr. And Andrew, good morning. Good morning, brother. That's right. That's right. It is morning right here. It's about 5:30 in the morning. And when this whole daylight saving comes to an end, or starts, when the daylight saving starts, in a few days now, the time will be changing a little bit. There will be an hour more of difference, so probably we'll be able to get 1 more hour of sleep in a few days, because when the show starts, it's going to be 6:30 for me in the morning, as opposed to 5:30 as it usually is right now, so that's going to be great. So I cannot wait for daylight saving to come about very soon. And that's right, happy Halloween once again to everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're doing great. And as you can see, we are in a Halloween mood tonight. We got the Halloween background, the avatars, everything. A party right here. Halloween party is what we're having. Love that. Gary's among us. Wait a second. Oh, isn't that nice? They're showing us pictures of Bailey. Was that her daughter? Yeah, anyways, looking good. Bianca Belair is ready for a war, and so is Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross, of course, the Cross without the mask. Nikki ASH is history. We are now here with Nikki Cross, and she is making her way out, looking good. Oh, hell yeah. It's been a while since we've seen crazy Nikki wrestle. Tonight is going to be a great night for sure. Last week, we know that she snapped. She went crazy, and here we are now. Look at her storming to the ring. I love that. Okay, still, it's pretty cool. She storms to the ring. She's acting a bit crazy as she makes her entrance. Bianca Belair seems a bit concerned about her mental health. I don't know what's going on, but okay, this should be interesting. Nikki Cross versus Bianca Belair is kicking off Raw. I wouldn't have expected this match to kick off the show, but seems like that's what we're getting. So hopefully they have some big plans for this match. Quite an interesting choice for the opening bout of the night here. And Ricky, good to see you, brother. That's right, Ron DMG, AJ Mr. Monday Night. Ron DMG, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Ricky, Ron DMG. And we got Andy here saying, I'm going to do paranormal hunting. Really? That is crazy, Andy. Okay, have a good time. And love that. Alright, now that's Nikki Cross. That's right, Gary. It's been a while since you've seen this side of her. It's good to see her. And tonight's show has gone orange with the pumpkins and everything on the LED boards. They're celebrating Halloween. Pretty nice. And True is here. Good to see you, brother True. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. That's right. Happy Halloween once again, everybody. Let me know if you guys are celebrating. Let me know if you got candies at home, for people stopping by for trick or treat. Let me know if you are partaking in this whole Halloween celebration this year. Alright. Love that. Let's see what else do we have here. We got Chua in the house. Good to see you, Chua. Where is Dewdrop? I wonder what's next for Dewdrop now that Nikki ASH is also no longer Nikki ASH. And yeah, as Bianca Belair goes twerking in front of her, Nikki Cross is angry. She's slapping her own face, was going to go for the clothesline. It seemed on Bianca Belair. Bianca with the beautiful oh wow, cross body, and Bianca Belair goes down. Look at Nikki with a series of elbow strikes with the head of Belair. And Belair is in trouble. Nikki Cross is dominating the match right now. Love this energy. Yet this lady did not need a mask to begin with. She did not need a mask to be dominant or to be a superhero. She already is quite dominant and quite intimidating without the mask, that's for sure. And yeah, Ricky, good to see you. Hey, Ricky, I love that. And True says Doudrop is injured. Yeah, I wonder when she comes back from injury if she's still gonna have the cut of her outfit, if she's still, or if she's still gonna be a heel. I really wonder what's gonna be next for her. I thought that she would be a great replacement for Nia Jax, but so far it hasn't worked out. For some reason, even though Doudrop is a very likable person herself, still, she has not been very, at least for me, I haven't found her a lot likable, or at least her character likable on television. I just haven't been able to get behind Doudrop at all. That's right. And here we are, Bianca Belair grabbing Nikki Cross midair. She's got her in control and tosses her across the ring right there. Bianca Belair, once again, has got this match under control. Yeah, and Ricky says, sent all love to 156 Young P. That's right. Whatever happened over the weekend in South Korea is terrible. It's horrible. And, yeah, similar, tragedy also happened in India the day after. So, crazy. It is insane. Yeah, thoughts with everybody for sure. And good to see you, James. Welcome. Happy Halloween. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Trick or treat where I leave was last week. It was last week. That's nice, Andrew. Okay. That's right, Andy. Whatever happened in South Korea was absolutely terrible, guys. You're right. I don't have candy for people who trick or treat. I see. Yeah. Now once I learned a lesson. So I used to live in a high-rise building and a penthouse back when I was in New York. And over there, you don't really expect people to show up for trick-or-treating because that's not your typical, American neighborhood where there's a lot of kids and stuff. That's usually a neighborhood where you have, a high-rise building is usually a place where you have, single people, or you have bachelors, or maybe you have, young couples, but you don't really have kids walking around going door-to-door trick-or-treating. So once, I was at home Halloween evening, came back from my college, and yes, a bunch of kids showed up trick-or-treating. I had nothing to give them, so I had to give them the most boring treats ever. I had to give them some apple, some cookies. I did not have any, candies. It felt terrible. Yeah, that was a lesson for me, so every single time I was in America after that, I always had candies, just in case. But that's right, I love trick-or-treating, it's great. But if I was a kid and in America, I would definitely go trick-or-treating every single time. Let's see. Nikki needs a tan, says True. You know it, brother. You know it. Speaking of tan, we know that Sheamus got married. So congratulations to Sheamus. That's awesome. And hello, Decent. Good to see you. That's right. And we got Timothy. Timothy, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well once again. Happy Halloween, my man. Nikki Cross is going to be in a three-way match soon, says Andy. Okay. I'm Goku. Love that, Timothy. Yes, that's right. So whatever characters you guys get for the first time, you continue with that character moving on. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Chris. Whatever happened, it was terrible. You're right, Andrew. And I can't wear a cane mask, candy for trick-or-treating. Oh, okay. That's nice. Now, you're going to scare a lot of people with the cane mask. That's for sure. Yeah, Activity, there are a lot of these Smash Bros. Avatars here as well. We've got some Marios as well, some Venoms, and all that kind of stuff, so that's great. But I can see a message right here from Andrew saying, so sorry to hear about Carmelo. So, that's something that I probably am not aware of. Whatever happened to Carmelo Hayes, I hope he's okay. But that is, that's concerning. Let's take a look at that. 1 second. Carmelo Hayes. What happened to Carmelo? I can't. Andrew, do you have any idea what is going on with Carmelo? Because I'm looking it up. I cannot really find any update on Carmelo here. Yeah. I can't. Let us know, brother. What's going on with Carmelo? Okay, let's see what else do we have here. Bayley needs to win the Raw Championship at Crown Jewel this Saturday against Bianca Belair, says Chris. Of course, Bayley needs to win. If she doesn't, I don't know if she's still, she deserves to be the leader of Toxic, of her little faction right there. I don't think so. And especially if Toxic Attraction comes about on the main roster, they're definitely going to be giving them run for their money, and Damage Control will be in trouble. So I do believe that it's high time that she wins the championship. She definitely needs to solidify herself as a leader, as a champion. That's for sure. Alright, as you see here, we're back from a commercial, and Nikki Cross is still leading. Still has got the upper hand. Bianca Belair in some trouble. Wow. Body slam right there from Bianca Belair to Nikki Cross. And she goes down hard. Bianca Belair looking to take her away once again. So I can see right here we've got a correction from Andrew. Thanks to that, brother. It was a little typo. So he's talking about Carmella. So as we know, as you guys probably know, that Carmella has unfortunately suffered an abnormal pregnancy. So there were some complications in her pregnancy, which is why she's been absent from television for a bit. It's terrible news, really, and yeah, prayers to hopefully she's strong, and we can only pray for her and the couple, but it's terrible. Yeah, pregnancy is always risky, and yeah, she has unfortunately suffered an abnormal pregnancy. That's right. Yeah, that's right, Ricky. And as we see here, Nikki Cross and Bianca Belair now take this war to the ringside. Love that. Wow. That's right, guys. Yeah, it is indeed terrible what's happened to Carmella and her husband over the past, her boyfriend, or over the past few days. Whatever they've gone through, it's terrible. And here we are. Speaking of Bayley, Bayley comes in here, and of course a cheap shot right there at Bianca Belair, sending her shoulder first into the ring post, but Nikki Cross is not happy about it. We've also got Io Sky, we got Dakota Kai on the ring ropes, just distracting the referee. And Nikki Cross taking every single member of the Damage Control out of there. Love that. That's right. Nikki Cross here doing some damage control of herself. That is great. And good to see you, Tony. Welcome. Welcome, Tony. Happy Halloween. And thank you once again, Chris and Ricky, for the clarification. Bayley will win this Saturday, says Chris. Alright, Chris. Let's see how this goes down. And with that being said, Bianca Belair taking out Nikki Cross, going for the cover, and it's over. 1, 2, and 3. I guess some things never change with or without a mask. You still have to put people over. You still have to job out. And Nikki Cross right here, jobbing out to Bianca Belair just like that. 1, 2, and a 3. Or why is Roman Unified Champion if he isn't even on Raw? It seems like tonight Roman Reigns will be here on Raw, so that's great news. Let's see what does he have to say here tonight. But yeah, Roman Reigns is a high-profile guy now. He will be staying limited to SmackDown. And look at that, as they're taking on Bianca Belair, we've got a little bit of an interference here. Asuka and Alexa Bliss here making a save, saving Bianca Belair from Damage Control once again after quite a while here. It's a 3-on-3 situation one more time. This whole craziness continues. And that's right, Tony. Thoughts and prayers indeed go out to Carmella and Corey Graves. Whatever they're going through right now is absolutely terrible. Yeah. And Bianca Belair takes care of business with Alexa Bliss and Asuka, taking out the entire Damage Control. Look at Alexa, by the way, going down like a wrecking ball on all three people. That's great. By the way, guys, looking at women's wrestling right here, it reminded me of the craziness that's been going around on social media when it comes to this guy, this fellow YouTuber, I forgot, JD from New York. Yeah, he's been a topic of conversation for a lot of people. Apparently, the guy doesn't like women's wrestling. He has some hot takes when it comes to women's wrestling, and people are not happy about it. People are quite upset. with his opinions, and they take to social media to talk about it. It's crazy. So what baffles me is that how many people care about what he says, and yeah, it's crazy indeed. But good for him, I guess. Let's see. 2 months back, she miscarried the first time. Then she did it again. 12-hour Saturday in ER once again, lost her miscarried again. That's crazy. Andy here, letting us know that it happened 2 months back as well, where she lost her first baby, in her first pregnancy, and now the second time, and happens again. It is definitely hard. Yeah, but hopefully things do work out for the couple, and they are able to conceive, and in the future have a successful delivery. They can only pray for the couple. That's right. Age of 2 more months until my birthday, December 2nd, says Chua. That's great, brother. That is great. And speaking of 2 weeks ago, we got Brock Lesnar attacking Lashley, and they are letting us know, they're giving us a little recap from 2 weeks ago, where Lashley speared Brock through the barricade, through the table. And of course, this is going to be a big match at Crown Jewel. Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar. It's going to be great. By the way, guys, you'll have to wake up quite early on Saturday, because Crown Jewel takes place on Saturday from Saudi Arabia, and the time will be changing up, because in the US it'll be quite early, as opposed to how it is in India. Not that bad, but still quite early for Saturday. So are you guys ready for Crown Jewel? Let me know. And that's right. Yeah, let's get back watching to Raw. That's right, Ricky. Let's see what else do we have here. Yo, Jay gotta get kicked if he doesn't control his hot headlines. Jay's just gotta feel oozy. You're right. Feeling oozy is important. And thank you, MG. Yeah, the voice is still a little bit raspy. Yeah, I'm not 100% just yet, but getting there. JD's a clown, says true. I did check out his stuff. Yeah, definitely. The guy, I don't know, overhyped. I'm not sure how long he has been doing this for, but he must have been doing this for quite a few years to be as popular as he is. Now, definitely, so good for him. And the fact that all these people talk about him, wrestlers, not wrestlers, only makes him popular. So what I say is that when people like that, do their clown stuff, clown around, maybe don't talk about them, because if you do, you just only give them some PR, negative or positive, it's still PR. So I would say this, don't talk about it, but yeah, it only gives them more popularity. That's right. No darks. I know, Ricky. Whenever I see Alexa Bliss and I don't see the dark side, I'm disappointed. She did get on Twitter recently, to celebrate Halloween with her followers, where she showed her dark side in a little TikTok video, I guess. But that's about it. We haven't seen any dark side from Alexa Bliss on television yet. We don't even see Lily by her side anymore, so that's concerning. Yeah, Timothy. Chris says Bayley's winning the Raw Women's title at Crown Jewel because Bianca Belair was standing tall. Alexa Bliss will turn on Bianca Belair. Now that is something I would like to see. I would have no problem, watching Alexa Bliss turning on Bianca Belair. I think I'll be just fine with that. Absolutely. And that's right. Once again, happy birthday in advance, Chua. Hope you're doing well. And no, Ricky, not just yet, says Tony. That's right, not just yet. JD is all about going on rants. That's his weird, crazy style, says MG, and I see that. I did notice that after all that I read on Twitter. Yeah, good for him, though. Let's see, the second Grand Slam champion of history, Seth Rollins. You know it, Timothy. You know it. By the way, did anybody catch Seth Rollins' picture when he was attending the wedding of Sheamus? The guy has his blonde hair back. I wonder if he's going to be blonde once again, or will have those streaks of blonde on television, because that's great. Yeah. And be great if there would be a huge surprise, says Jeff. I agree. Again, Crown Jewel is happening Saturday. We've got some big matches for sure happening. The event already announced, Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul and more. And they're treating Roman Reigns and Logan Paul like a very big deal, like a very, very big deal. So if a big surprise or two happens, I'll be happy. I would just not like to see The Fiend there, because I remember the last time we saw The Fiend at the Crown Jewel event, I believe he lost to Goldberg. So maybe keep The Fiend away from Crown Jewel, but give me anything else, and I'll be happy. It'll be at 12 in the afternoon here in the US, at least where I am. Alright, Andy, that's not too bad. 12 in the afternoon is pretty sweet. That's good. It's good. Seth is definitely going to be dressed up. You know it. He will be dressed up. Might as well come out on a camel. You never know. Here we are backstage, by the way, with Bianca, Bliss, and Asuka.
Things with me and Nikki may be settled for now, but things between me and Bailey are far from over. They have a last minute match at Crown Jewel. And I know Bailey went around bragging that she beat me twice. Yes, she has. But come Crown Jewel, last minute match, only one of us is walking out. But just because one of us is going to be walking out doesn't mean that I have to be walking in the room. And at Bianca's side, everything is over.
Okay. I think what Chris said is going to happen because they've just announced that Alexa Bliss and Asuka will be in Bianca Belair's corner at Crown Jewel. They will be there ringside for the lady in her championship match at Crown Jewel. So that's pretty substantial. I think this means that one of these two ladies probably going to be turning on Bianca Belair. She better watch out. I think it's going to be happening. A swerve will be coming. By the way, the pink face paint of Asuka, I just realized she's kind of gone from green to pink, and the pink actually suits her because she's got the pink hair, the pink face paint, and not too shabby. I like that. Okay, that's pretty nice. And Jonathan, good to see you, brother. He says, big up AJ, big up everybody in the chat. I've had a few kicks in the door. Let's hope I can watch this in peace and no more trick or treats covered. That is funny, Jonathan. That is funny. Do you have candies in store for the kids? What are you giving them out tonight? Good to see you, Jonathan. Happy Halloween to you. And little fight of fury, Alexa Bliss. You know it, Andy. And here we are with a split-screen interview between Bobby Lashley and, hopefully, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's chair is empty right now. I smell Brock Lesnar just attacking Bobby Lashley. I think that's what's going to be happening. In a second.
I thought I fought Brock 20 years ago to expose him, exposed him at the last Royal Rumble.
Brock Lesnar's chair is still empty. No sighting of Brock Lesnar just yet. Lily itself was disturbing, you know it, brother. And apparently she's gone from television now. We don't see Lily a lot now. That's right. This time will change this Sunday. Alright, Chua, you think the time will change this weekend? Alright, okay. Let's see. Does Triple H pull the trigger and have Logan win? I don't think so. Logan Paul, by the way, he made a claim on his podcast recently that Triple H is not answering his phone calls. He's not replying back to his texts. So something's happening in terms of that direction as well. But there we are. Brock Lesnar did not show up for the split-screen interview, but instead he makes his entrance live on Raw, and the fans were happy. Lashley, though, is speechless. He doesn't understand. He just can't figure out why is Brock Lesnar doing this. Instead of showing up for the interview, here he is making his entrance, and he's having a good laugh as well. I wonder if Lashley will be joining him here. Wow. Brock Lesnar, the fans are happy. Yeah, they'll like this a lot better than a split-screen interview. Lashley, though, has not stepped out of the room just yet. He still stays there on the chair. I think he's taken aback. I don't think he's going to be wrestling or fighting Brock Lesnar tonight, especially with that expensive suit that he's got on right now. And I can see Chris here with a question. Did you see the video of Sami knocking out Braun Strowman with a Superman punch? I did. I caught that video. Sami Zayn, literally, he thinks that he's Goku ever since he's got that t-shirt. I saw a tweet from somebody saying that literally, he got that t-shirt, the honorary use t-shirt, and he thinks that he's turned into Goku. It's true. Sami Zayn thinks that the sky's the limit. Anything is possible. He can do anything. He can do it all. He can Superman punch the likes of Braun Strowman. Big up Sami Zayn. The guy definitely has some guts. Alright, Brock here. Looks like he's going to be partaking in the interview, but he'll be doing it from the middle of the ring, whereas Lashley is going to be doing it from backstage. Yeah. And the fans are loving Brock Lesnar here.
Now, Brock Lesnar didn't come to Texas to have a sit-down interview with Bobby.
There we go. He says he did not come down here to have a sit-down interview with Lashley. There we go. Lesnar is basically challenging Lashley to come out here and fight. He says he wants to fight, and Lashley is more than happy to oblige. He takes off his lapel mic from his coat, and he is now making his way out. It's going to be a brawl. Lashley, Lesnar, they're going to go at it right here in Texas. You've got to love that, okay? Alright. I've got a big bowl of toffee caramels. I can't help myself. I too have been eating them all day. I love that, Jonathan. If I was you, I'd be eating them too. That's lovely. Happy Halloween once again. And here we are, Bobby Lashley. The music hit, the Tron hits. But where is Lashley? Is he going to be jumping on Lesnar from behind? It seems like it. Wow, he's not jumping on him. He's just making his entrance straight up to the ring. By the way, what t-shirt is Brock Lesnar wearing? That doesn't look like his WWE merchandise. Is that a band's t-shirt or an endorsement? Because that is definitely not his merchandise. Quite interesting. They're having a little street fight right here, a casual fight. Lesnar is dressed in casuals, Lashley is dressed in formals, and they're brawling right here on the ramp. And all these wrestlers, all these extras come out here separating the two from each other. Big fight feel vibes right here. It's going to be a big fight. It's going to be a big war, just the way that Lashley has been wanting for quite a bit when these two face up against each other. And there we see it. Triple H comes out, and he is furious. He is making sure Lashley stays away from Lesnar, and we actually do get this match this weekend. Triple H is angry. Yeah. Wow, but Lesnar will not be held back. He goes running straight to Lashley through all those people and knocking him out right there. Elbow strike to the head, but the guys once again managed to separate the two. Lesnar is furious. And how many times has Lesnar been a part of these brawls when you have these people coming out here to separate him from his opponent? It's happened a lot of times. It's happened, from what I can recall right now, the top of my head, it's recently happened with John Cena on a couple occasions. It's happened, I believe, with Reigns. It's happened with Lesnar. It's happened with Undertaker, and now right here it's happening with Lashley. Lesnar has been in the same angle, same situation so many times. They probably should think of something else with Lesnar and the go-home shows, but I guess that's okay. Anyways, coming up next from commercial, when we come back from commercial, it's going to be Rollins versus Austin Theory. Should be good. Let's see. Andy says AJ, Sabian and Shelley are the new openweight tag team champions to be Aussie Open. That's great. That's wonderful. Wow. By the way, speaking of those people, talk about Impact Wrestling. Seems like they're gonna be taking another big hit. Seems like some more of their big names are gonna be leaving the company, which is quite sad for these guys. Let's see how this goes down, but apparently they're going to be losing on Chelsea Green very soon. Chelsea Green, of course, is the wife of Matt Cardona, who's been wrestling for Impact Wrestling for quite a bit now. Recently teaming up with Deonna Purrazzo. Seems like she is going to be WWE bound once again, coming back to the company, which means that she's going to be leaving Deonna Purrazzo behind and alone right there in Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling is definitely taking hits after hits after hits, and that's quite sad. Yeah, they're not fighting. You're right, MG. They definitely were not fighting tonight. And they did not fight tonight. I think people should not watch SmackDown this Friday night, says Chua. What's happening, Chua? Why not? And thank you, Andy. Thank you. I thought, tonight we should go a little bit spooky. Have a little spooky background for Halloween. I'm glad you liked it. The match I'm most looking forward to is Omos vs. Strowman. Me too, Jonathan. It's going to be great. It's definitely a showcase kind of match. It's a spectacle match because you've got a big guy versus a big guy. And we know Saudi Arabia, we know these international locations, they usually love the big guys because that's what makes wrestling for them, right? They go to these events to see spectacles. They go to these events to have their jaw drop to the floor. And when they see a big guy versus an even bigger guy, it's going to make the Saudi Arabian fans in attendance very, very happy. It's going to be a good match, for sure. And also, it's going to be a test for Omos because, without a doubt, this is the biggest match that he's ever been a part of, right? It's the biggest showcase match. People are looking forward to it. He's fighting Strowman, who's a pretty notable name. So Omos has a chip on his shoulder. He really has to prove himself as a serious wrestler this weekend at Crown Jewel. So it's going to be a good match, but hopefully Omos also delivers. It's a hard rock band. Oh, I see. that must have been an endorsement for Megadeth, right? I don't know if Lesnar got paid for it, but that's pretty cool. Also, quite interesting, he did not wear his WWE merchandise. I believe that now that Triple H is in charge, he doesn't force or really, want these wrestlers to wear merchandise every single time they're there, because sometimes it can be a bit goofy, right? For a guy like Brock Lesnar to show up, wear his merchandise before coming out can be a bit goofy, so this makes sense, yeah? Brock Lesnar, you'd expect for him to show up in his casuals just the way he drove to the arena. That makes a lot more sense and makes it look a lot more natural, so that's true. That's nice. And thanks for that, Andrew. Thanks for that, Andy. Megadeth and Metallica are my favorite heavy metal bands. I've checked out Metallica, of course, but I haven't listened to any of Megadeth's music yet, but I probably will right after this watch vlog. Chelsea Green is to have her loser leave Impact against Mickie James, so I guess Chelsea Green will be losing and Mickie James will be beating her 1, 2, and 3. That's quite unfortunate for Impact, though. Yeah, no one will miss Chelsea Green, says true. Well, let's talk about Maria Kanellis, Mike Bennett, and Matt Taven. Impact Wrestling is not happy with them, from what I've heard, because these three showed up on AEW before Impact would even air their last match, their last appearance on the show. So they hate it. They hate the fact that they broke, basically all the obligations that they still had to Impact Wrestling. They recorded their last matches, and still they couldn't wait until the last match actually aired on Impact Wrestling TV before showing up in AEW. So Impact's not very happy about it. Yeah, basically makes them look like a joke as they're airing, their last match, or they're telling us about the stipulation about them leaving, whatnot. It sucks. It sucks. That's their way to send her off. That's right, Andy. I sure won't miss Green, says Bojets. Okay, brother Jeff. All right. Andy will not miss Chelsea Green either. What about Matt Cardona, guys? I've seen some posts on social media saying that Chelsea Green, she should bring Matt Cardona with her. People saying that Zack Ryder should return to the WWE. So Zack Ryder commenting that Zack Ryder's character is dead. It's only Matt Cardona now. Do you want Matt Cardona in the WWE? Let me know if you do. And Clay, good to see you. Welcome. And happy Halloween to you too. And Andy says Dana Brooke has hinted she would love to reform her team with Tyndall Dashwood. Whoop my back. Alright, that's right. Emma, that's right. You can't call her Tyndall Dashwood anymore. I wouldn't mind seeing that either. Dana Brooke has been doing next to nothing, ever since the 24/7 title, was taken out of the scene right here on television. So I feel like her and Tyndall, probably not a bad idea. I'm pretty sure Emma's gonna get lost in the roster anyway, so she can use a little bit of help and team up with Dana Brooke. That will probably keep the both of them relevant. Yeah. Keep Green off WWE television, says Jeff. Now, Green is definitely a controversial figure. Her opinions can be a bit controversial. The stuff she does in the ring can be a little bit controversial. No matter if it's Impact Wrestling or it's GCW, Green is a little bit of a controversial figure. I cannot say that I'm a big fan of Chelsea Green myself. I know there's a big following for Chelsea Green. People love her, admire her. I'm not one of those people, just like you guys, but there's definitely a sizable fan base for Chelsea Green, so I'm happy for them, I guess. That's right. Thank you for that. Anybody who's on Discord right now, Bojets is already there. If you guys want to have a little chat, a little audio call while watching this watch along, while watching the show, make sure to join us on Discord. Thanks for that, Ricky. Thanks for that, Bojets. And Andy says, if you look up a Megadeth song, look up Sympathy of Destruction. Thank you for that, Andy. I'll definitely take a look at that. Thanks. Sympathy of Destruction. I'll take a look. I think at end of the year, Matt Cardona will probably join us as Andy. And still, he talks about it all the time. He says that his main goal is still the WWE Championship. That is still one title that he thinks of quite often. Now, looking at the roster at the moment, you've got some big names. Seth Rollins coming out right now. Austin Theory, a very promising candidate for the championship one day, I guess. You've got Brock Lesnar, you got Lashley, as we already saw, earlier on the show. We got Bray Wyatt. We've got, his various other characters, his friends, whoever they are. We got so many people. The roster is stacked. So for Matt Cardona to come back to the show, to WWE, wanting to win the WWE title, I don't know if it's going to be happening, because honestly, there's a lot of other talent on the show that's incredible. So I don't know if he's going to be happy with his run if he comes back, because I don't think that they're going to put the title on him, because there's just a lot of talent on the roster, and some of them even better than Matt Cardona, and that's the truth. That's right. I don't see Matt Cardona coming back to WWE. Maybe AEW, says Ricky. Alright. They fulfill the contract. Impact will get over it. Impact Global Force would air footage of talent at NXT as if they jump to Impact and Global Force. I see, true. I see. Wow. I guess that's karma biting back here. But you're right. Impact will definitely get over it. They definitely will. And Andy says, funny you said about AEW, Ricky, about Cardona. He talked about showing up to AEW. I wouldn't be surprised if he does make an appearance for AEW. I would not be surprised at all. He would actually help AEW in the ratings as well. I think he'd definitely bring his fan base. And yeah, people love Cardona, especially on the independent circuit. You know, he shows up for GCW. And wherever he shows up, he creates controversy. That's Cardona for you. And if he does show up, even for one night in AEW, it's going to bring a lot of eyes, even more eyes to the product. Alright, with that being said, the bell's been rung, and here we are. It is Austin Theory, Seth Rollins. They're going one-on-one. Let's see how this goes down. And the fans here singing along to Seth Rollins' music. That's literally music to his ears. You gotta love that. When is the ROH gonna get a TV deal? Apparently it's gonna be early next year that they're gonna get a TV deal. It's getting closer and closer. I expect it to happen sometime around March. I think March is when they probably will announce you know, their TV deal, and maybe starting April they actually get a deal and they have weekly shows. I think it's gonna be March, April. Yeah. You're right, Ricky said is here indeed. Yes, bring Matt back because WWE still needs good job. That's right, Andrew. That's what I was talking about. He thinks, or he knows that he's a main eventer. He knows that he's a world, title capable star, right? He wants to be a world champion. That's what he thinks he is. But for a lot of fans and for the company as well, I don't think he's that valuable. And that will be, a clash of ideas, a clash of opinions, where Matt Cardona might not be very happy because he says he's not Zack Ryder anymore. He's Matt Cardona and Cardona only. And people still look at him as Zack Ryder. A lot of fans still look at him as Zack Ryder. That he doesn't like. And that might be a problem. And Age this Thursday, new season of MLW debuts on their joint app. That's nice. Sweet. Alright. As we see here, it is Austin rolling out the ring, leaving Seth behind by himself, and Seth Rollins is going to be joining him ringside. I think that's going to be a mistake. Austin Theory slides in the ring. He's going to get an upper hand, maybe not. Rollins taking a step back. That's nice. One step ahead of Austin Theory here is Seth Rollins, and now we have a deja vu. Rollins rolls into the ring, and he was going to go for an elbow strike on Theory, but Theory stepping back. Rollins still has got the upper hand right now. That is sweet. I don't know if Rollins is the babyface since he is going up against Austin Theory. Says Tony. That's a very good question. I'm not sure, but I look at Seth Rollins now as a babyface because he's always laughing, he's smiling. He's definitely hyping up the fans. I think, for me, in my eyes, he's already a babyface. No matter what he does, he's super over. People cheer for this guy. Wow, big leg drop right there. Knee to the back of the head to Austin Theory, and he goes down hard. By the way, do you guys see Austin Theory actually cashing in anytime and, actually becoming world champion? I don't see it happening. I don't think he's ready for the world championship just yet. And I feel like it's going to end up the Otis way. Either he's going to lose the briefcase to somebody, or he's going to, cash it in unsuccessfully and just lose his chance at becoming champion. I don't think he's going to be champion at all, especially considering that Roman Reigns is a champion. I don't think Austin Theory is going to be champion. He's going to be defeating Roman Reigns. Now let's see what else do we have here. Yep. The Cardona has already appeared. That's right, it's already happened in the past. Chris says, Age of Breaking News investigation complete. The Elite return to AEW and CM Punk is exiting. Now, there's definitely some hot take right now in terms of this whole AEW scandal as well, the Elite and CM Punk. So apparently the Elite were the good guys and CM Punk was the bad guy. He was the one who made a lot of mistakes. That's what the general idea is right now when it comes to the entire situation, that CM Punk was the guy who was cocky, was difficult to deal with, and the Elite were the good guys, basically. That's the conclusion. Of course, we're not going to get the whole details of the investigation because it's a private company. They don't really owe us any answers. So we're not going to get all the answers, that's for sure. But if you look at, the critique, the people who are criticizing this whole thing and taking a look at this whole thing, if you look at the dirt sheet journalists, if you look at guys like Jim Cornette, they are showing us a different side of the whole story. Jim Cornette, on his recent podcast, basically took the side of CM Punk and went after the Elite, went after Kenny Omega, went after the Young Bucks. He recently on Twitter shared an article which had a quote from one of the younger guys in AEW, up-and-coming stars in AEW, talking about how CM Punk is a locker room leader, is such a big support, is like a big brother to the people. And Jim Cornette is basically playing the narrative right now that CM Punk was the good guy. He was the guy who was loved by everybody in AEW except for the Elite. And the reason why the Elite did not like him was the fact that he was loved by everybody else. That is what they had a problem with. That's the narrative that's been played by a lot of other people as well. So even though, the Young Bucks have definitely been given a clean shit, for a lot of people, the conspiracy still lives on, and people think that CM Punk is perhaps the right guy here, which is quite interesting. Another WWE legend, he recently said that CM Punk might actually go out there and file a lawsuit against Tony Khan. So anything can really happen. Let me know though, what is your take on this whole thing? Do you think that CM Punk was the good guy, or was he the bad guy all along? And True says we don't know what is happening with Punk. If the Elite barge into his locker room, he has every right to defend himself, absolutely. And here's the thing, just like True said, we don't know what is going on. I mean, the details will not be revealed in their entirety. It will just not happen. You might have checked out the interview Tony Khan and Ariel Helwani. I mean, Ariel asked Tony Khan about a lot of questions, especially pertaining to the whole CM Punk situation. He said he can't tell, and that's it. They cannot tell because anything that they tell right now, it can be taken to court. If CM Punk decides to sue Tony Khan or anybody else, this can be a whole legal matter, and that's why they're very careful with the information they're actually putting out right now. That's right. And H's report out there, Dirt Sheet said Monday Money in the Bank moved to WrestleMania, says Ricky. Now that's true. If Money in the Bank is indeed moving to WrestleMania, I'm going to be very happy. I've long criticized this whole format of Hell in a Cell pay-per-views having all the Hell in a Cell matches in the year. Money in the Bank pay-per-view having the only Money in the Bank match. I've hated this whole concept of pay-per-views based on matches. I've always hated this idea. Hell in a Cell matches should take place any time of the year, irrespective of the show, irrespective of the pay-per-view. Money in the Bank, I feel like, was better fit at WrestleMania because you've got that, big ladder, people climbing up the big ladder, the arena full of people, hundreds and thousands of people. I thought it made a lot more sense to have the Money in the Bank matches taking place at Mania. So if that's actually happening, that is awesome. That is great. I would love that, guys. And Punk got kicked out for wrong reasons. The old Bucks are, well, you know what I think about them. I know, Andy. I do know. Yeah. AJ rapper Bow Wow wants to join AEW. It is close to happening. Well, good for him. I don't know if the guy can wrestle. I can't say I've heard of Bow Wow before myself. That is quite an interesting name. I hear that name from the neighborhood dogs every single morning. So that's great. Wow. Bow Wow joining AEW. Good for him. I'll have to check him out as well after the show here tonight. Megadeth and Bow Wow. Alright. Punk is a joke, says Grandmaster. Grandmaster, my brother, good to see you. Happy Halloween. F4W is reporting WWE release more NXT stars. Not sure what is happening, but well soon WWE is releasing NXT stars, says Rick. Yeah, I see that. Alright. Well, NXT has a lot of talent. If you also consider NXT Level Up, where they have a lot of people on there, assigned to the Performance Center contracts, NXT contracts, and the people who are not doing too well will be released. Yeah. They are giving these NXT stars about 2 years' time. If you can do well in 2 years, you're good to go. Otherwise, they're going to release you. That's the whole idea. And clothesline from Rollins to Austin Theory, knocking him out of the ring to the ringside, and Austin Theory goes down hard. Punk was seen behind the curtain of Impact. Andy, you've got to be kidding me. Punk, no way is Punk showing up on Impact Wrestling. That's not happening. I don't think it's happening. Alright, Ricky, thanks for that. Apparently there's no pending legal action from Punk or Elite at this time. That's good. That's good. Legal action always is a cause of big trouble. It's great that there's no legal action pending right now. Hopefully things don't get nearly as bad as it got back when Punk was in the WWE, and the entire situation, CM Punk, Dr. Chris Amon, Vince McMahon sending him a letter of a release on the day of his wedding, all that craziness. Hopefully none of that stuff happens this time around. Hopefully it's going to be a lot better and it'll be handled a lot more professionally. Elbow strike right there to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins in trouble right now. Austin Theory gets him up. And by the way, we know that in AEW there's a lot of key positions that are held by former wrestlers, wrestling legends, or wrestlers right now. We know that that's the situation. So I wonder who is actually in charge of the PR stuff, the marketing, because I know that two of the guys that are actually looking at the marketing are actually wrestling legends. Yeah, so I really wonder who's in charge of the PR, the HR, because these guys play a crucial role. I'm over Punk, says MG. Well, I see that. Bow Wow is like 5'2". I mean, AEW is definitely a place where a lot of people want to go. Wrestlers, non-wrestlers alike. A lot of people want to make it to AEW. So good for Bow Wow if he gets a spot on the show. We know that these guys, I cannot get them off my head. The Da Vinci brothers, or whatever their name is, Da Vinci brothers, I guess, yeah. These are TikTok famous twins, and they recently had made an appearance on AEW Dark, and ever since then they've been popping up on my Instagram recommendation feed, and I hate that. But these guys are super annoying. They got a spot on Dark, good for them. I find them, the problem is that I find them sometimes a little bit funny, and that's a problem because I shouldn't. It's super cringy. The Da Vinci brothers, yeah. Elite backstab Punk, says Ron DMG. Apparently that's what happened, brother. You're right. Yes, he was there. Ray had invited him. Supposed about, wow, that's crazy. You think CM Punk was actually there at Impact Wrestling? That is insane. Wow. Okay, well, that's crazy. If CM Punk shows at Impact Wrestling, all these recent releases, people leaving the company, Impact Wrestling is not going to care about either because they'll get CM Punk. I don't think it's going to be happening, really, but if it does happen, that's going to be insane. And roll-ups after roll-ups after roll-ups. It is Theory and Rollins trying to roll up each other, trying to get the upper hand, trying to get their opponent down for the 3 count. But these guys keep kicking out a 2 and a big neck breaker right here from Theory to Rollins. Now going for the cover, and Rollins barely, but he still kicks out, and the match continues. That's right. Pro wrestling is better without Punk, says Grandmaster. That's a big statement, brother. Is John Moxley watching Seth kicking butt? I hope so. Or he could be out trick-or-treating with his wife, That could be happening as well. Tony Schiavone is over to, I see, he's over to talent relations. Thanks for that, brother. Thank you for that. In March next year, Tony Schiavone definitely is a mature guy, so that's great. And that's right, Andy, it's happening. The big crossover is happening. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to Noah. He's going to be fighting the Great Muta. And, lots of people talk about how this could lead to a Hall of Fame induction for the Great Muta. This could be a match that Muta could very well lose. Nakamura going over Muta, retiring him, and then Muta getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. I think it can very well happen. Yeah. Asia next week, Monday Night Raw is, I think this has happened before as well. So we had, I believe, Kenta in 2018 or 2017. I think it was 2018, was Kenta was still with NXT. And he was sent over to Noah for a special appearance, a special match. I think it happened earlier as well, so it's not the first time that this is happening, but that's still great. It's still great that it's happening. Yeah, it's going to be a good match, you're right, guys. Elbow strikes. Elbow strike after elbow strike after elbow strike here from Rollins to Austin Theory. And you're right, true, absolutely. He could still be visiting somebody backstage at Impact Wrestling. Yeah. Still pretty nice. And Austin Theory gets Seth Rollins up on his shoulders. Rollins with a beautiful elbow strike to Theory. Theory in trouble with a nice dodge. Super kick to Rollins. That's crazy. I'm digging the blonde hair, guys. What do you think about the blonde hair yourself? Seth Rollins here rocking the blonde. How do you feel? Let me know. And Theory right now has got the upper hand. It's quite interesting. This match has been quite back and forth here. And Theory right now is in control, has turned the tables around. Gary says, good to see you, Gary. He says, I believe that the Young Bucks should be relieved of their EVP titles. You know what I feel is that maybe wrestlers should not get that advantage, because if you want to treat everybody equally, it's going to be hard to do so. If a few of your wrestlers are the EVPs or they hold executive positions, it's going to be hard to treat everybody equally. So maybe you're right, Gary. Maybe nothing against the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega, but just considering how everybody should be treated alike, it probably will be hard to do if a few of those people hold executive positions. So that's right. That is right. Yeah. And it looks like Theory is going to go for a pedigree, and Rollins with the counter. Nice, down to the back of the head. Theory goes down hard, going for the cover on Theory, and Rollins with a victory. 1, 2, and 3, and Rollins does it. He defeats Austin Theory just like that. And I was about to bring this up, that I haven't seen people dressed up tonight for Halloween. I'm not seeing any fans or wrestlers, and here I see it right there, right behind Seth Rollins. There's somebody in the audience dressed as the Joker, so that's great. If Punk was there, that's a reunion with Punk and Mickie James. That's right, Andy. That's what I was thinking. Of all the guys that he must have met, probably would have met, or, you know, come across backstage Impact Wrestling. Mickie James, of course, you've got Joe Hendry. I don't know if people care about Joe Hendry, but yeah, Joe Hendry, you've got a lot of up-and-coming stars, so great. It's awesome. Yeah. The U.S. champion, Rollins, is happy. Which guy's working babyface right now? Ask True. I think that's a great question. I've got to say, it's got to be Rollins. Look at Rollins. The way he's playing the audience. People are super, you know, happy with the guy, cheering him on. It's got to be Rollins, right? Rollins has got to be the babyface, at least in this particular scenario. And somebody here pulls over in a Chevrolet. Who's it going to be? Now, Roman Reigns, of course, the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, shows up with Paul Heyman. No Uso tonight, no Sami Zayn, none of that stuff. It is Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. The Undisputed Universal Champion is going to be here and addressing the crowd. Anybody expects Logan Paul to show up here tonight? I mean, this is the go-home episode for Crown Jewel. We really haven't seen a face-to-face between this guy, Roman Reigns, and Logan Paul. Do you think it's going to be happening tonight? Seth Rollins is third at the moment behind Roman and Dean. Yeah. Is that a Mandy Rose? Wow. That's crazy. It's been a year. That's insane. Good times, they definitely do fly by. It's been a year since Mandy Rose has been NXT champion. And tomorrow, it's going to be 1 year celebration of Mandy Rose as champion. Tomorrow on NXT should be good. Should be great. Alright, 2-0, love that, Tony, love it, that's right. And what's the jump catch game, says True. So, it's a little game. If you see, there are some stars that are going to be floating around occasionally. And the more you guys comment, the more chances you'll have of winning the game. So that's automated, yeah. Something that this thing does itself. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. Yeah, I agree, Chua. Or I remember CM Punk talking AJ Lee. Yeah, CM Punk and AJ Lee, they're married. Yep. Bloodline, right, True. Bloodline is here. Roman Reigns is here. Not sure about the rest of the Usos, you know, the Solos, the Zayn's, but yeah. Roman Reigns is here with Paul Heyman. Jake and I are enjoying Raw via Discord. Love that, Jeff. Love it. That's right. So, guys, make sure to join Discord if you haven't already. And join, our brothers Bo Jets, Jake, Ricky, anybody else is on Discord in an audio call. Love it. Former Shield member and Undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns. You know it, Tony. You know it. 364 days, too long. I know, it's been 364 days. It's crazy to think about it. I mean, it almost feels like this year flew by so quickly. It feels like yesterday when NXT was revamped to those colorful, bright pink, yellow, green colors, and everybody was mad about it. Yeah, definitely, this year has flown by so quickly. It's been crazy. Paul Heyman is the best dude since Bobby Heenan. You know it, brother. You know it. Absolutely right. And he says Punk and Mickie James was in Raven's group, The Gathering, when Punk was in many years ago. See, AJ, you saw Cora dressed as AJ Lee. I did see that. Cora Jade actually Not only did she dress as AJ Lee, I think she actually made her entrance, wrestled as AJ Lee as well, came out to the AJ Lee theme song on a live event. That's pretty cool of Cora Jade. That's very nice. I know she's looked up to AJ Lee all her life, growing up as a wrestling fan, so that must have been nice for her. I don't think that's something she'll be able to do on the main roster, but, you know, good for her that she was able to do it in an NXT live event. That's great. Anyways, here we are once again with the commercial. Let me know how are you enjoying Raw so far tonight. It's been an hour, right? It's been an hour, that's right. 1 hour of Raw done. Let me know what score would you give to Raw so far. I must say the first hour has been pretty jam-packed. I mean, we already got Lesnar, Lashley, we got some big matches. You know, we got Seth Rollins, we got Bianca Belair, Nikki Cross, you know, Asuka, Alexa, all those ladies. The first hour was pretty packed. We also got a little bit of Roman Reigns right there in the backstage segment, so that's nice. Lots of stuff for hour one for sure. Okay, Roxy dressed as Bayley too. You know it. That's right. Roxy also dressed up as Bayley, looking good as well. Roxy Perez dressed as fan favorite Bayley same night. Yeah, that's right, Andy. First hour, 1 out of 10 says Grandmaster is not impressed. He gives it a 1 out of 10. That's right, Andy. They dressed up in Florida. Yeah, Florida gets all the love from NXT without a doubt. You know, they got the front and center, they got the live events. If you're in Florida, you're in NXT heaven. That's what it is. Mustafa, it's good to see you. It's been a while. It's great to see you. AJ, what did you think of MJF getting laid out by the firm? Sweet. I feel like whatever they're doing with MJF. Wait a second. We got some breaking news right now. Holy crap. Wait a second. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh, did I not just say in the beginning of the stream that I don't want Bray Wyatt anywhere near Crown Jewel? Well, I think they heard me, because Bray Wyatt is going to be showing up in Saudi Arabia and will be a part of the Crown Jewel pay-per-view. In what capacity? We don't know, but he's going to be there at the Crown Jewel pay-per-view. Good for Bray Wyatt, I guess. Good for him. And welcome back, James. But here we are. James is back, and so is the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, just in the nick of time. And Triple H wants to bring back Tegan Knox. Triple H wants to bring back a lot of people, and so far it's been, you know, his trick has been doing the job. It's been working out well for him, so big up to Triple H. Age of 2 years ago, I dressed up for Halloween as a gorilla. Really, Chua, that's nice. That is sweet. Bray Wyatt and Willy Wonka will be in Saudi. Apparently, Willy Wonka, this is what Andy actually shared with me, that the dirt sheets right now. And thanks for this, Andy. But the dirt sheets right now, they're reporting that Willy Wonka is possibly Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas could be the guy behind Willy Wonka. Let me know what you guys think about all of this, about the whole Willy Wonka character, Bray Wyatt, everything that's been going on right now. Let me know your thoughts on it. And here we are, Tribal Chief. Everybody, fingers up in the air for the one and the only Roman Reigns. Funny. Raw is Punk. I don't think Raw is Punk, Run DMG. It can be, but Raw is Roman. That is for sure. Raw is Punk will be interesting though. It'll be quite interesting. It'll be quite a return for CM Punk. I don't think it's gonna be happening anytime soon, but if it does happen, it'll be interesting. Love that, Ricky. Love it. And Kevin, that's right, Chris. So the NWA Watch Along, November 12th. We're not just gonna be doing you know, a watch along for it, but we're also going to be having some interviews. We're going to be having some media coverage for the same. Yeah. So I'll let you know when that happens, when those interviews are scheduled, because something is in the works right now with NWA, and they will be confirming a series of interviews that we'll be doing for the show. So yeah, we're going to be doing a watch along for the NWA Hard Times 3 show that's going to be coming up November 12th, and prior to that, there will be some interviews as well for NWA. It's going to be good. This Bray Wyatt stuff has disappointed me. Just bring back the damn Fiend, says Grandmaster. You know, it's quite interesting. You mentioned the Fiend, and we just talked about Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas possibly showing up as Willy Wonka is quite interesting. I actually like the idea of him showing up as the Fiend. I thought that Bo Dallas being the brother of Bray, the one that was the closest to Bray Wyatt, him working as a Fiend would be just great. But apparently now he's going to be Willy Wonka. So let's see how this take goes around. And I understand the Grandmaster. You know, it's been just they've definitely tested our patience with the QR codes, and they continue to do so. There's a lot of talking right now from Bray Wyatt. He's building his character. It's taking a while. Hopefully, when it happens, it'll be great. Right now, it's all about the patience. But really, it's been a while since you've seen such a character work on display. And if they're doing it right now, I say, let's do it. Let's see how this goes down. Hopefully, it will be leading to something good, and it'll be worth the wait. But let's see. Only time will tell. And Mustafa says Brock should be United States champion. You know what? I'm not against that idea at all. I was actually quite disappointed when they took the title off Bobby Lashley, because I would have loved to see Lesnar Lashley for the U.S. title. That's a scenario we have not seen in forever. Brock Lesnar fighting for a mid-card title. I think that would have been very, very refreshing. I would have enjoyed that, and I would have liked to see Lesnar as the U.S. champion. But I guess that championship is beneath Lesnar, and he doesn't want to fight for it, so that's that. Thought Uncle Howdy is Dallas, although the white eye looked like another... I know, that's right. Yes, Andrew, the whole Malachi Black, comparisons were running wild on social media. People, actually, I was taken aback too, because when I saw a side-to-side comparison, Malachi Black, Uncle Howdy, I was blown away. He looks a lot like Aleister Black. That's for sure. But it's not going to be happening. Malachi is still in the contract with AEW, I believe, and that's where he's going to be returning when he makes his return. Willy Wonka. That's right, Grandmaster. The guy literally is Willy Wonka. Uncle Howdy is Barry Windham, says Chris. Okay. All right. There we go. And of course, Raw here acknowledges their champion, Roman Reigns, who is the champion not just of Raw, but also SmackDown. And barely makes an appearance on Raw, but whenever he does, people welcome him with open arms. And Age of Tomorrow is Billy Gunn's birthday, says True. Alright, that's nice. Good for him.
Don't worry. I got Sammy and Jay out there in the world working on becoming a little more oozy.
Alright, he knows how to get the fans popping. He brings up Sammy and Jay and the fact that they're working on, becoming oozy, so that's great. And the fans pop. That's an easy pop for Roman Reigns right there. Yeah, after Brock done with Bobby Lashley, he go after Seth. Should happen, Mustafa. I agree with you totally. Yeah.
So let me be real with y'all right quick. For over 2 years now, I've been hyping opponents.
So anybody here expects Logan Paul to show up tonight? Or is he going to be too busy doing his podcast or his YouTube to show up? We haven't really seen a face-to-face confrontation here between the two of these guys heading into the match. So are we going to be seeing it tonight? Let's see. That's right, Grandmaster Uzi. I am waiting for the day that I actually get to use the word Uzi, the term Uzi, as a real term on a non-wrestling fan. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make that term mainstream.
2 matches. So there's no way that I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to hype up a match with an outsider.
That's right.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, he knows exactly how he's going to get the pops. He calls Logan Paul an outsider, and of course fans are happy. That's what they want to hear. He is an outsider still to the people. Alright, looks like Paul Heyman here has something to say. If Roman doesn't bury Logan, me too, Grandmaster. That makes it 2 of us. I will be super disappointed if Roman doesn't kill Logan Paul in Saudi Arabia. Must happen.
My name is Paul Heyman.
There you go.
And as the special counsel and the wise man to the tribal chief, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns.
Is he acknowledging himself? Good for Roman Reigns, though. AEW would be stupid getting rid of Punk over the little elites. They couldn't sell their face in Chicago again. Says James. James here. Do you believe that it was the elites that were at wrong? Do you feel like that CM Punk is, being subject to all this hate or this, all these accusations on, as he should not? Do you think that he's the one who's actually right and the elites are actually wrong? Let me know, James. What do you think? Love that, Grandmaster. Alright, Paul Heyman here, spitting facts and nothing else but facts. And Chris, I see your question. Do I want to see Jake Paul in WWE? I do not, but I think we will. Especially WrestleMania 39 in Hollywood. You got Logan Paul. It only makes sense they bring on Jake Paul as well. We got Logan Paul and Jake Paul versus two other people, a tag team match. I think we will get it. I think we're definitely going to be getting it. I don't want it, but I think we're going to get it. Yeah. What should be Logan? I don't even know. Logan and Jake versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Something like that. I've got a feeling it's going to happen. By the way, here we are. Miz coming out here for some reason. I'm not sure why. But he comes out here possibly representing Logan Paul. I'm not sure. Oh, this guy's a pain. I know. This guy's a pain. Are you kidding me? The Miz here comes out acknowledging Roman Reigns. That is something did not see coming. Okay. Wow. That's crazy. Is Miz wearing my sunglasses, or at least my brand of sunglasses? Those are Versace's, my friends. He's wearing a pair of Versace's. You see this? That's what he's wearing, it seems like. He's ripping me off right here. That's what he's doing. He's copying my style. I don't know if I should hit him with a lawsuit right here. Get this Joker, the Miz, out of here. That's right, Grandmaster. Get him out of here. Let's see, though. What does he have to say? When I went to buy my pair of sunglasses, I actually got these exact pair, what was being sold. And it came down to those pairs and this pair, the one that I'm wearing right now. And I felt like those are a bit too flashy. I went with these ones, and I'm glad I did because those look horrendous. But still, Miz is out here copying my style, copying my brand. So come on, Miz, give me a break. That's right, Andrew. Everyone wants ages drip. That's it. That's about it. The heel of all heels. You know it. Oh dear.
So, you just trying to cut a deal? Like, I scratch your back, you scratch mine? Well, that sounds too bad, huh? Alright. Before we get to this deal, can I ask you a question? Absolutely. You can travel cheap, anything, this is your ring.
Wow, he's really kissing his ass, isn't he?
I think I like this guy here.
Wow.
Alright, let me just ask you this. Why does everyone keep talking about Logan Paul knocking me out?
There we go. And Roman Reigns says, why does everybody keep talking about Logan Paul knocking me out? With that being said, he hits Miz with a Superman punch, knocking him out just like that. Yes, it was the Elite's turn in the rumors backstage and through the locker room, says James. Yeah. So, the truth will be out one day, I think. But right now, I think all we can do is speculate, is predict. But whatever has happened is unfortunate. Only if things were still harmonious, I think the situation right now would be a lot better, and we wouldn't be, AEW or Tony Khan wouldn't be going through all this crap that they are right now with all these people. So that's terrible. Everybody wants AJ's strip. Once again, the comment of the night is that from Andrew. Everybody wants AJ's strip, even The Miz. If Logan Paul wins, I'm never watching WWE again. Grandmaster, count me in. I'd be super pissed if Logan Paul wins the championship. I mean, 2 years, right? Over 2 years worth of title reign for Roman Reigns. All the momentum in the world. He just cannot hand it over to Logan Paul. I feel like even Austin Theory deserves it a lot more than Logan Paul does. So, yeah, I don't think that Logan Paul will be champion or should be champion. Really should not. Yeah, should never happen. With that being said, we go to commercial one more time. Alright, sweet. We've actually got quite a bit left here. So, only an hour and 10 minutes of the show done. We've still got nearly 2 more hours of the show left. Let's see what else do they have here in store for us. Still to come. Of course, this Friday's SmackDown, I believe, is a pre-tape show. It's not going to be live, but we're going to be having some big matches. We're going to be having Bray Wyatt show up. We will be having, oh, there you go, Willy Wonka. It says, who is Uncle Howdy, aka Willy Wonka? Apparently, we're going to get some news on that as well this Friday. Rey Mysterio taking on Gunther in an Intercontinental Championship match, so that's going to be great as well. AJ, what if Miz and Jay help Logan Paul win? That would be terrible. I don't think the Miz can actually do that. Hopefully should not, because honestly, if the Miz gets involved, it's just going to be too many people involved at the moment in this feud or in this whole thing. So maybe the Miz shouldn't get involved, but Jey Uso getting involved would be interesting. Again, I don't think it's going to happen. I think that I really feel that Roman Reigns will retain. I just cannot, in my wildest dreams, I could not imagine Roman Reigns dropping the championships, and that too to Logan Paul. I just cannot see it happening, guys. It should not happen. Absolutely not. As much as I'm over the bloodline, Logan Paul won't win this Saturday, says Gary. I agree. Yeah. Should not happen, or probably will not happen, guys. Became Jack Paul one stupid. Now that's right. So Jack Paul defeated somebody 20 or 30 years older to himself. I guess that's fantastic. He defeated Anderson Silva, and apparently Silva's still not going to be retiring. He's still going to go on and fight some more matches for some big money. So good for him, I guess, if that's what keeps him happy. But yeah, Jake Paul defeated a guy much older to himself in a boxing match. So good for him. Good for him. And the only guy who can give the Tribal Chief a good match is a ring general. You know it, Grandmaster. You know, the day that Roman Reigns defeats Gunther in a chopping fest is the day I really acknowledge him as my Tribal Chief. Until then, I'm gonna wait. But I really want to see a chopping fest between Reigns and Gunther. Then I might acknowledge him as the Tribal Chief. Agent Logan Paul is from Cleveland. That's sweet, sweet. Anyways, here we are with the commercial one more time. Quite a few of these. These commercials sometimes they drive me crazy. Wow. Anyways, so for those of you who are just joined in or joined late, let me ask this question to you guys one more time. How are you celebrating Halloween? Are you home chilling? Are you trick or treating? Are you giving out treats or something else? Let me know, how are you celebrating Halloween, guys? And Jake Paul beat a nearly 50-year-old guy and is celebrating like he beat a prime Mike Tyson. Exactly, right? It makes no sense to me. Also, the fact that people actually buy tickets to such, I don't know, I don't get it yet. Ric Flair wrestling at 17, makes a lot more sense than Jake Paul fighting a 50-60-year-old guy, because one fight is scripted, and the guy's supposed to keep the older guy safe in the ring, but Jake Paul, and Silva, these guys are out there to hurt each other, and the other guy, a lot older, it just doesn't make sense to me. Absolutely not. I'm home celebrating Halloween. Hell yeah, Grandmaster. That's how I usually do it as well. I've been to a few Halloween parties. Yeah, Definitely crazy. Those parties are crazy. Hey, AJ, tonight is go home show because SmackDown is pre-taped. That's right, James. That's right. Tonight is definitely a go home. And here we are, Kathy Kelly interviewing
Gargano
Miz.
sat down with Byron Saxton for an exclusive tell-all interview. That interview airs later tonight.
Honestly, can't feel good about it. I'm more concerned about getting my match with Mustafa Ali canceled. For the record, Johnny's conspiracy theory is just gotcha journalism. You should know that a story should never air, publicized.
Wow. A story should not be aired, covered until it's verified by multiple major news sources, is what the Miz says. Is that a message out there to the dirt sheets? It could be. I'm right now listening to you in the background while I'm doing a paranormal hunting. That's crazy, Andy. Okay, have a good time with that. And here we are. Miz has been joined backstage by Mustafa Ali. I like his t-shirt. So this is the first guy that I'm seeing rocking a Halloween t-shirt tonight, or a Halloween team t-shirt tonight. Good to see Mustafa Ali right here.
Miz, you got tiny balls!
Is this thing still funny? Okay, alright. Is it still fun? I thought this was quite old, really. Okay. Apparently, the fact that Miz has got tiny balls is still a joke, and people still laugh about it. Alright. Nice attempt from Mustafa Ali to get over or get some cheap pop. That definitely did not get me popping. Anyways, let me know. I hosted a Halloween party on Saturday. Very, very scary. Really, Grandmaster? You hosted a party? Man, that's awesome. That's great. You must be a party person, Grandmaster. That's nice. That's right, Ricky. All rise for the Judgment Day. Finn Balor, Dominic, Rhea, and Damien making their way out here. Nice. Speaking of people dressed for Halloween, these guys are always dressed for Halloween. Always in the mood to get spooky. Damien Priest looking good as he makes his way out here. And I love that. It was very scary and very evil. Really, Grandmaster, I'd love to know more about it. Okay. I ran a loop of Thriller while handing out candy. That's awesome, Jeff. Hell yeah. You know you cannot have Halloween without your Thriller. You just cannot do it. There's no Halloween party or there's no Halloween night without Michael Jackson's Thriller. That's it. That's the rule. I love that, Jeff. I love that. Yeah. I remember my first ever Halloween party. You know, I was very new to America, and I went to a party wearing the craziest outfit. Like, I won the best Halloween costume of the night award that night. It was my first college party as well, so that was great. Yeah, just a month into college was Halloween, and we showed up. You know, a lady approached me, you know, asking for a dance, and I am a terrible dancer. So I did not want to say no, but I told her that, hey, I just danced to Michael Jackson songs and nothing else. And I don't know if somebody listened to me or somebody wanted to play with me, but right as I said that, a minute later, somebody on stage announced that, okay, up next is going to be a Michael Jackson Thriller showdown. And the lady comes back to me and she says, well, okay, so we're going to dance next. And yeah, that basically, a few minutes later, I was forced to dance in the middle of the stage. I'm not sure why, but we were in the front and the center of the stage, I being a terrible dancer. Yeah, long story short, the night was quite awkward, with me winning the Halloween Best Costume of the Night award, but not winning over anything else or anybody else. Yeah. The world came to know that I'm a terrible dancer that night. That was my first Halloween party. I know, that's right. I even did the moonwalk. Was quite an attempt. Yeah, guys, do not share the story with anybody else. Never do. Right. Okay, let's see. Danhausen was there. Really? Grandmaster. Now that must have been a cursed party. That's nice, Grandmaster. Okay. AJ, you want to know who trained Mysterio? It's Rey Mysterio Sr. Curse. And here we are now. Wow, that's actually nice. They're showing us some of the best costumes from the fans dressed as their favorite WWE stars. We already saw some costumes, I believe, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, I believe, and now we're taking a look at another fan dressed as AJ Styles, and the guy looks like Styles himself. That's nice. And that's right, Grandmaster, AJ with the moonwalk. What's funny about it, Grandmaster? Can you not imagine me moonwalking? Yeah, I'm pretty good at it. I'll be tuning in Saturday to talk to you, AJ, but as always, I refuse to watch this pay-per-view. I get that, James, absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of reasons why people choose not to watch the pay-per-view, so just let it be time, let it be the controversy, you know, all the stuff, you know, around the pay-per-view. I totally get that, James, yeah. I'll be talking to you, we'll be having a good time, but I respect your decision to not watch the show. Sure. That is so funny. Grandmaster put a curse on Danhausen. Now that is funny. And here we are. The match is underway. Carl Anderson versus Damian Priest. Damian Priest sends Carl right there to the corner. Carl with a dodge, and now a big chop right there to the chest of Damian, followed by an elbow strike and another elbow strike, and goes for the Irish whip on Damian Priest. Damian Priest, though, jumps right there. Elbow strike to Carl Anderson, bringing him down. I'll be watching it because it's actually on a good time. Man, Grandmaster, you know what? That's what I tell everybody who asks me if I'm going to be watching the show. I'll be watching it because for like the once in a year, once in the entire year, do we get a show at a good time in India. If the show is going to be starting at, I believe, 8:30 p.m., and that's unheard of. Usually, when wrestling happens, in India, it's like 5 in the morning, right? So I'm like the only guy watching. So 8:30 p.m. in India, it's a great time, and you know I'll be tuning in. Yeah. For once, I will not have to wake up at 5 for wrestling. Cannot miss out, Grandmaster. I feel ya. AJ, take your sunglasses off, drink some water. Thanks for that, Ricky. Thanks for that. I'll drink some water, but to have me take my sunglasses off, it's going to take a lot more than that. And with that being said, we go to yet another commercial. Taking a look at the time, about 90 minutes of the show down. Crazy. I have to say this. Some shows, it seems like the time flies so quickly. You don't feel it. But tonight, it's been kind of slow. I mean, we're getting a lot of action, and considering the amount of action or, you know, the promos that we've gotten now, I would expect it to be already be over 2 hours. But it's barely been 90 minutes. That's nice. We've still got a lot more to come. Which means tonight's show has been quite action-packed. We've seen a lot of stuff. We've seen some big names. We've seen some nice promos in little time. So that's great. I wonder what's still left for the hour 3 of the show, though. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the preview for the show. So we've got... Of course, what they had advertised for the show tonight was Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, was Nikki Cross. Oh yes, we've got this one more as well. We got Matt Riddle and Otis. They are set for a trick or street fight right here on Raw. So Matt Riddle and Otis will be basically celebrating Halloween by fighting in a trick or street fight tonight. Now, you know I'm not a big fan of Matt Riddle, so not looking forward to this one, but let's see how this goes down. Apart from the bloodline, the whole wrestling industry is kind of mediocre, to be honest. It's interesting. Yeah. I mean, I love wrestling, you know, I love wrestling, so Bloodline is fantastic. And it might be so good that it's actually overshadowing every other act. You know, at least in the WWE, the Bloodline is awesome, so I'm glad that it's around and it's here. And it's been relevant for over 2 years. The Bloodline has been incredible. When it first started off, I was really fully behind the idea of the Bloodline, of the Tribal Chief, of the Garlands and whatever now they were doing in the early stages of the Bloodline. But definitely, it's been quite relevant and quite important over the years, which is great. It will be important to see how this all ends up, you know, being if The Rock's gonna be here, if he's gonna be fighting Roman Reigns, because if The Rock comes back, you know it, Grandmaster, it's gonna overshadow the entire industry. Everybody's gonna be talking about Rock versus Roman Reigns, because that will be the match next year. If it actually happens, that is. That's right. And let's see what else do we have here. James here asking, what time will I be live on Saturday? 1 second, James. I believe the show will be starting at 8:30 p.m. Let's see, 8:30 p.m. Oh, I was about to convert it. Yeah. So 8:30 p.m. for me will be. I'll take a look at what time is it gonna be for you guys. All right, so it's gonna be about 11 a.m. is when the show will be starting. The pre-show will be starting, and I will be here at 11 a.m. Eastern on Saturday, guys. It's gonna be a very early morning for you guys, I know, but we're gonna have a good time. That's for sure. And Chua says, Agent November 12th, NWA. That's right, we're gonna be watching NWA Hard Times 3 on November 12th. It's gonna be great. And just like I said early on, not just are we doing the watch-alongs, but we're also gonna be having some exclusive media coverage for that pay-per-view. So we're gonna have some interviews and more coming regarding the pay-per-view very soon. And bro, man, it's good to see you. Happy Halloween, my brother. It's lovely to see you. If Darren comes back, we'll be big. You know it. But I wonder, does he not have any other movies or something coming up very soon that he's working on at the moment, or will be working on next year? Because the last time Dwayne Johnson actually wrestled a wrestling match against John Cena, he got injured, and his movie, the tapings and everything, they got pushed by a few months because of the injury. So I wonder if he has got nothing planned next year, or early next year. You know, I really wonder. Love that, bro, man. That's right. I hope you're having a great evening. And AJNWA also has another show after Hard Times the next day. Really, Andy? Okay, what show is that? Is that also pay-per-view? That's nice. Thinking about going on the... Oh, that's awesome, James. That's one of the things in my bucket list for sure. The JAS cruise, that is awesome. That's fantastic. And there you see it. Big kick right there to Damian Priest in midsection. Nice. Carl Anderson with the upper hand right now. Is it just me, or does it seem like Carl Anderson has gained some weight? Yeah. Definitely looks like he's gaining a little bit of weight right here. I can't see Dwayne coming back, says Grandmaster. Again, you know, if he gets injured, it's going to push a lot of his projects. You know, it's going to delay his projects. That's going to be a thing. And one thing's for sure, if he does come back, it's going to be a brutal match between himself and Roman Reigns. It's not going to be an easy match. It's going to be challenging for sure. So, yeah, he's got to be ready for it if he comes back. Karn has been eating them cheeseburgers. His hot Asian wife has been cooking him some very good meals, that's for sure. And there you go. You got Dominic Mysterio trying to distract Carl Anderson. Carl Anderson not distracted, but he goes down, and he goes down hard as Damian Priest catches him off guard and takes him down and out. I can't remember its name, but yeah, it's Big Event. Billy Corgan was pushing it recently on YouTube. Thanks for that, Andy. I'll take a look at that. Thank you. And here we are one more time. It is Damian Priest looking to take out Carl. Usually when NWA does shows, they do a 2-night show, right? Big pay-per-view, so it's nice. Good. And Carl looking for the cover. And with that being said, Carl Anderson picks up a victory over Damian Priest. But the Judgment Day isn't happy. They get in there, taking out Carl. Nice. The OC here with the damage control, taking out the Judgment Day instead. AJ Styles is going after... Oh dear. Oh wow. Rhea Ripley cannot hold back. Come on. She gets in there, and with the low blow right there to Luke Gallows. Taking out Luke Gallows from behind. It is Rhea Ripley and AJ Styles in the center of the ring. Rhea Ripley challenging Carl Anderson and AJ Styles to hit her, to attack her. But are they man enough to do it? I don't think so. The men, though, they jump on them from behind, and now it's the Judgment Day with the upper hand. I've got a feeling Beth Phoenix showing up, guys. Or maybe she's not. Maybe not tonight. AJ off topic, but any Netflix recommendations? Great question, Grandmaster, my brother. You know, Cobra Kai is always the number one thing I recommend. If you guys are into any reality shows, or if you like those game shows, I'll have to recommend this game show. By the way, wow. Judgment Day, by the way, taking out every single member of the OC. It's crazy. But if you guys are into game shows, right, you should check out Beastmaster, because that is very entertaining. That's one show that I've been watching these days. Catch, you know, one or half episode every single day. It's a pretty good show. You guys will enjoy it. Beastmaster on Netflix. It's pretty good. And here we are. Dominic Mysterio now climbing the top turnbuckle, looking to take out AJ Styles. Holy crap. Latino Heat, Dominic Mysterio, come on. I'm glad that Rey Mysterio is out of here though, because really, I think he's a lot better without Dominic. He's got one less problem here to deal with on SmackDown, I guess. But Dominic taking out AJ Styles just like that. Cobra Kai was good, you're right, Andy, but I feel like Cobra Kai right now is kind of in a self-destruction mode. The more series they keep putting out there, the more it disappoints me. I wasn't fully impressed with the last series, unfortunately. I feel like the last season, I feel like it was a bit slow. Quite a bit slow-paced. You know, I feel like the last season was absolutely nothing if you compare it to the first 2 seasons of Cobra Kai. So hopefully the next season, if it comes out, will be the last one, but we don't even know if it's coming out because it's still not under production. I don't think they've written the season either, so lots of questions right now with Cobra Kai, but yeah, I feel like it's time to pull the plug on the series. We need a closure though, so maybe one more season and that's it. That's it for Cobra Kai. Maybe Nikki Cross can hook up with OC. Wow. Oh, okay, you know. I think they could use her. I think Nikki Cross is crazy enough to go after Rhea Ripley. I think that's a good idea, Gary, absolutely. And Grandmaster, coming back to your question about Netflix recommendation, this is a show that I've got to recommend to all of you guys. The IT Crowd. If you have not checked it out, make sure to do it. The IT Crowd on Netflix. You will not regret it, guys. Check it out, The IT Crowd. I'm sure you guys are going to have a good laugh.
I'm gonna shoot straight. You can flip over all the trucks and snatch all the car doors off that you want, but you will never, ever measure up to the 7'3", 403 pounds.
I love that comment right here from True. This is the same old good old wrestling logic, and it's actually very, very true. I say it all the time as well. You know, if somebody goes over on the Go Home show, we know exactly who's going down on the pay-per-view. You're right, True. That's exactly what's happening. Tonight, the Judgment Day took out the OC, so which means we know who is winning Saturday. It's gonna be the OC over the Judgment Day. That's how it goes out. You're right, True, absolutely. We know exactly who's winning this Saturday. And here we are, JBL coming out here with his baggy pants. Let's see, what does this guy have to say here tonight? Nice pop for JBL though, that's sweet. AJ, how come Rhea Ripley can hit the men but AJ Styles cannot give her Styles cash? Have you played any recent WWE video game, brother? Because this whole logic, it actually stands true even in the world of video games. If you play any of the 2K games, and if you're playing as a female character, you can beat the holy crap out of the male character. But if you're playing a male character, you cannot touch. And I mean, you cannot touch a female character, really. You cannot. You cannot even push against them. You get disqualified for that. So, yeah, that's the world that we live in. Even in video game world, brother. And Grandmaster, love that, brother. Love it. Yeah, but check out the ID Crowd and let me know how you like it. That's my personal recommendation to all of you. And Jeff says, and help out AJ and OC. Wait a second. That's right. Let's see what else do we have here. I only like the 3rd season for the shout out to the 80s music, but I really like the first 2 seasons were incredible. Absolutely agree with you. Yeah. But Jeff, true, I agree. It's gotta be 100% the OC winning, without a doubt. The Omos and his dodgy camera angles, you know, they go for those weird camera angles because if you look at, you know, Hollywood, if you look at filmmaking, they go for camera angles like that to make the character look larger than life, and that's what they do with Omos. The guy is already larger than life, but they still feel the need to go with that camera angle to make it even more, look even more gigantic than he already is. So good for him. I guess with that camera angle, they can also accommodate both MVP and Omos into the same frame without making MVP look like a dwarf. So I guess that's another thing that works out in their favor with that camera angle. Yeah, that's right. Any update on the Never title match? I did hear some buzz. Apparently Carl will be stripped of the title if he doesn't show up at, you know, on the show. If he decides to work for the Crown Jewel show over their show, he will be stripped of the title, and they're not very happy with the fact that he's actually giving the priority to WWE or Saudi Arabia over their pay-per-view, over their championship. They're not very happy with that fact. This will also be the first time ever that a foreign superstar will not honor a date from the promotion and will not actually wrestle or defend the title on the set date. So it's going to be the first time ever that a foreign wrestler will be doing that. So they're taking offense at this whole picture, the whole scene right now. Yeah. And good to see you, awesome Nico. Welcome. And Nicholas is here. Good to see you, brother. He says, definitely should talk to Naomi about Jimmy not being OCO. I see it. Oh, that is funny. That's right. I'm just concerned because all that backup in there. Yeah, that's right. He's definitely not feeling very oozy. That's right. It would be hilarious if Doc Gallows' wife shows up. That would be funny. I don't think it's going to be happening, but it would be funny. A good Netflix show is Stranger Things, says Chris. Yeah, Stranger Things is another show which has a pretty strong fan base. Definitely a cult fan base. I haven't checked it out myself. Haven't ever watched Stranger Things, but one day would love a chance to, for sure. He's defending it in another show. Is it happening? True. Oh, but were they able to reach an agreement? That's brilliant. That's good. It's great to see WWE really, changing their stance on the wrestlers and not being able to fight other promotions. It's great that they're kind of evolving and growing out of that whole ideology. That's great. Seeing Shinsuke Nakamura wrestle at Noah and seeing Carl Anderson doing his thing and defending the title, for another promotion. It's great. It's good to see them doing that. Even similarly, as I mentioned earlier, when Karrion Kross was signed, he already had taken some bookings for independent promotions, and Triple H actually allowed him to, show up for those promotions, for those independent promotions, and instead of wrestling matches, at least do meet and greets for the fans. So, it's great to see a change in ideology where if a wrestler is signed and is under contract with you, you cannot, have them work other promotions. It's great. Also, I was talking to, of course, my friend at PCW Ultra about this whole Karrion Kross deal. And he told me that it only is best for business for the WWE because usually what happens is that when WWE signs a wrestler and they don't let them honor their already booked independent dates or commitments, WWE gets heat from the indie fans. They get heat from the fans in the area because they miss on the opportunity to meet their favorite wrestlers because WWE signed them to a contract. So by allowing stars now honor their already booked dates, WWE is not getting the heat from the fans. Also, it's only pushing and promoting their own stars. So that's great. And Kenneth, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. JBL to see you.
1845, December 29th. The rest of the colonies were allowed by Texas to join us, and the United States was formed with Texas at the center. You are welcome, America. And since before that time, Texas has always been defined by its legends. The whole state chanting for the Tyler Rose, yelling, "Run!"
JBL still got it on the microphone. At least he still has the command over the mic, so good for him. There may be some shows in Japan that feature WWE talent on the same card. Now that is crazy true. So a possibility of having WWE and AEW stars wrestle each other maybe will be insane. JBL chatting nonsense as Grandmaster. I'll tell you this, guys. This might make a lot of sense and might be over in Texas. People might be happy listening to him saying whatever, but for the international audience, all of this means nothing. They don't get this at all. And WWE being a global, a show for global audiences, yeah, some of the stuff like this, the international audience just does not get it.
Entitled Lazy Safe Space Seeking Generation does not. I'm a Texas legend. I want to tell you that not one of you, not a single one, should be allowed to call yourself a Texan.
Wow. He's going after the poor audience in attendance right now. He says, nobody here deserves to call themselves a Texan. Not one person in the building. True, do you take offense? And JBL chatting nonsense, says Grandmaster, I agree. JBL speaking the truth, says James. There you go. Okay. Wow.
Your snowflake little feet and put your woke, chubby hands together and welcome with me, the modern day wrestling.
Oh dear. Oh, holy crap. Okay. I almost thought that he almost said the modern day Maharaja. Really, I've been craving to hear those words. That title, the modern day Maharaja. Poor guy Jinder Mahal has been taken off television ever since Triple H came on. We haven't seen Jinder Mahal even once. Really wonder what the future holds for him, and what does the future hold for Shanky. These guys have been off TV, and literally nothing, no word. It's just all crickets when it comes to those guys. And here we are, Baron Corbin looking good as he makes his way out, looking rich at least. JBL is hilarious, is true. International audiences only know New York. My man, Grandmaster, you know it. Yeah, that's right. It's New York, it's Vegas, Florida, California, maybe New Orleans as well gets in there. That's most of the places that international audience really know. You're right, Grandmaster, on point right there. AJ, I think WWE should come to India. I actually got a message today from a wrestler in India asking if WWE will be coming here for tryouts next year. I haven't heard of anything yet. You know, I tried reaching out to WWE sources in India myself, and they haven't heard of anything either. So I don't think they're going to be coming here anytime soon, especially with their focus being Europe. I don't think they're coming to India next year.
Look, I know it made every single one of you night to be in the presence of a modern day wrestling god.
A modern day wrestling. Every time I hear modern day, in my head it automatically says modern day Maharaja. So modern day wrestling god is making me mad. If Baron Corbin is wrestling god, then I'm changing religions. Oh, Gary, that is so funny. Yeah, I know, right? And James says, too many young snowflakes cry babies nowadays, says James. I ain't feeling this Corbin stuff, says Grandmaster. Well, let's see. I'm ready to give it a chance because, you know, we know that Corbin is cocky. He's arrogant. He's a prick. And so is JBL. So this chemistry, whatever they have going on right now, it actually might work wonders. I feel like this is the best thing possibly that Corbin has ever been a part of. Him aligning with JBL might be the best thing that he's ever done. So I'm ready to give it a chance, honestly. Yeah. This, to me, feels like it has more potential than Baron Corbin, Happy Corbin, King Corbin, and Broke Corbin. All of those, I feel like it has potential thanks to JBL. Let's see. And he's being so rudely interrupted right here by R-Truth. This should be good. Alright. I love the fact that R-Truth is back to singing as he makes his entrance. That's great. Love that. R-Truth's ready. The only guy tonight so far who actually comes out here celebrating Halloween. That's great. I'm not sure if he's celebrating Halloween or if he's just being himself, but R-Truth here looking good as he makes his way out. He's also got a cowboy hat on. There we go. He's celebrating Halloween tonight. The truth shall set you free. Yeah, I remember those days. Yeah, I definitely do. When he turned heel and used to make his entrance, his music used to start with "The truth shall set you free." That used to be funny. Those days, you brought back a lot of memories, Grandmaster, with that comment. Yeah. I believe late or early 2010s. Yeah, that's right. The truth shall set you free. Those used to be some days, Grandmaster. You brought back. I'm feeling nostalgic right now with that little comment. I love that. R-Truth is freaking hilarious, says Gary. Oh, without a doubt, brother.
Mad. Angry. Out of touch. Oh, man.
I like that. Angry. Out of touch, old man. R-Truth speaking the facts.
No, you just the world's biggest.
Wow. And Garvin is not going to stand back and listen to R-Truth. Just wait a second. Are you kidding me? R-Truth with a kick to Baron Corbin, knocking his head off. And R-Truth here. Holy crap. Looks like, oh my gosh. Wow. With the end of days right there to R-Truth. Baron Corbin with a little assistance from JBL taking R-Truth out. Not again, R-Truth, says Ricky. He's not liking it. And True says, I'm so tired of the buffoonery from R-Truth. I've accepted R-Truth as he is. I don't think he's ever going to grow up. I think he's going to remain and stay the same old, good old R-Truth. And I've accepted him for who he is or what he is. But I get you, brother. I absolutely do. Oh my gosh. Even in this preview for the show, they had to give us a little clip of Chad Gable kissing Otis. Come on, that is obscene. Anyways, up next is going to be this trick or street fight. You've got to be kidding me. Wow. Did not expect this match to take place in the middle of the show. I thought this would possibly be the main event, but apparently it's taking place in the middle of the show. What is going on? Is Raw 2 hours now? Why is this match taking place in the middle? What do they have left for the rest of the show here? Because everything that they had announced for tonight has already taken place, or will be taking place with this match that's coming up next. What else do they have in store for us? Is there a surprise coming? Interesting. They already gave us Brock Lesnar, they gave us Roman Reigns, they gave us the ladies. They're now giving us, of course, these guys right here. Riddle and Otis in a trick or street fight. So what else do they have left for the show tonight? They will never be good wrestling like the Attitude Era again. Only thing bad about it was the way they treated the ladies. You're right, James, absolutely. There will never be an Attitude Era again. That's just the truth. You're right. 420 break, says Gary. That's right. This is the 420 break indeed. The main event is Miz. Oh, I see. That is the main event. The Miz versus Ali. That makes sense. AJ, because Monday Night Football. You're right, Chua. You're right. That's why they're stacking it up right here so early. That makes sense. Mr. King Tones is here. King Tones, a very happy Halloween to you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you. Are you celebrating Halloween, King Tones? Did you give out candies or did you go trick-or-treating? Good to see you. I'm doing great, brother. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. That's right. Grandmaster here is popping. King Tones is here. 14 like. Love that, Ricky. Love it. Sweet 14. Let's get it to Sweet 16. 2 more likes and we get Sweet 16 right here. Love it. Andrew, my brother, welcome back. Welcome back. You're in time. Just in time here for the trick or street fight that is still to come. It's going to be Matt Riddle versus Otis. Trick or street. It's coming up next. He is passing out candy and helping the kids. Love that, brother. Love it. Did you, by the way, I'm asking you guys if you are passing out candy. But when you were kids yourself, did you go out trick-or-treating yourself, guys? Did you go out door-to-door asking for candies? Let me know if you did. I never did because I was not in America when I was a kid. But if I was, I'm pretty sure I would have done that as well. Yeah. Everybody's favorite candy. That's right. Yeah. Trick or street. That's right. It's coming up. Trick or street fight. It's coming up next. Zero. Everyone's favorite candy, Zero. Really, Zero. Now, I haven't checked out Zero myself. I will have to look it up. My favorite candy, without a doubt, is... actually, there's so many. I love Godiva. I love Hershey's Kisses. Yeah, there's so many. Really. Yeah. Love candies. Love it. Yes, some kids want more candy than usual. Give them what they want, brother. When kids come out there for trick-or-treating, give them all the candy they want. That's it. I never did when I was a kid because I lived in a dodgy neighborhood, says Grandmaster. Okay, brother, alright. By the way, did you guys know the whole... you probably know the whole story behind Halloween and how this whole trick-or-treating basically originated. It's pretty cool, how it went from being so spooky to now what it is. It's a celebration now. It's quite cool. I like it. So Halloween is still not like a, something that is celebrated in the neighborhoods or something in India yet. We do have Halloween parties. People nowadays go to clubs and stuff to celebrate Halloween, but it's not really Halloween because you barely see some costumes. You don't get people going trick or treating. So it's kind of made its way right here to India, but really hasn't. It's only limited to clubs and stuff. Yeah, that's it. Zeros are the best, says James. All right, I'll have to check them out, brother. What is some good Indian candy? I don't know, Chris. I don't know any good Indian candy, honestly. Oh, actually, there's one. Dairy Milk is a pretty good Indian candy. But apart from that, I don't know about any. I think every other candy that we get in India is American, or it comes from the UK, or Switzerland. Switzerland is the best for candies, so yeah, that's right. That's my Snickers and Barger. I see that. Alright, King Toads, you're being a little greedy here. Alright, and here oh my god, did not see this coming. Elias here coming out with Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle has got some backup in the form of Elias. What is going on with Riddle tonight? Wait a second. Why does Riddle look so naked? What? Wait, oh, I get it. I was wondering, why does he look so naked? Oh, he's wearing a snapback hat without a t-shirt and with those hideous trunks. That's why he looks so naked. No wonder. Usually when we see Riddle, I don't know if his trunks got shorter, guys, because this guy looks naked tonight. Really does. Yeah, his trunks got shorter. He's wearing a snapback hat and the slippers. That's the reason why he looked the way he looks. Channeling his inner Randy Orton. Oh, I see it. He's dressed like Ezekiel. You've got to be kidding me. Riddle here is dressed like Ezekiel. That is why he looks absolutely hideous. Alright, happy Halloween, I guess, to Matt Riddle. Dressed as Ezekiel tonight. That's right, Andrew, that's right. Riddle is Ezekiel. What is this guy doing? What is Chad Gable? Oh my gosh, good thing my laptop was on mute, so I did not have to hear his swoosh. Well, let's see what this guy's talking here.
I could have dressed up like Socrates or any great philosopher tonight, and it would have made perfect sense. But then I realized no one here would have got the joke, because I'm in front of a bunch of Dallas dimwits.
Wow, first JBL, and now Chad Gable is ripping the audience. That's terrible.
Lucky for you, Halloween's my favorite holiday, so I'm gonna make it easy on you. I dressed up as a personal hero, a modern-day Hercules, Patrick Swayze himself.
These guys need to stop saying modern day, because every time they say modern day, I think of Jinder Mahal and I get sad. So they need to stop saying modern day. By the way, that Ezekiel outfit looks hideous and just, I don't want to see it. I thought it looked bad on Elias, but it looks hideous. Absolutely obscene on Riddle. You're terrible. And I can see those big old eyes right here from Ricky for Riddle. Okay, brother. He is Zeke for Halloween. That's right. What the? Oh my gosh. What is? Don't take it off. Do not. Oh wow. Terrible. He did not have to take off that robe. Oh dear. Oh my god. I want to unsee this entire match. This is terrible. And I thought Riddle dressing up as Elias was obscene. Look at Otis. What the hell is he wearing? Oh, did not need to see this. Why? And the way he's moving his chest, his belly, come on. That's right. Chris Farley, that's right, true. Oh my god. Ricky here is out here puking. Did not need to see this, guys. Come on, this is a bit too much. He does not need to shake his belly like that. The funny part is Chad Gable isn't even a problem tonight. He looks just fine. But Otis and Matt Riddle tonight are the real problem. Riddle looks terrible. Come on. Otis, finish this one off real quick. I cannot stand these guys tonight. The outfits are absolutely hideous. And Otis sent shoulder first to the ring post. Riddle climbing the top turnbuckle with a kick right there to Chad Gable. And he's looking for a moonsault. Beautiful job. Taking out both Chad Gable and Otis just like that. Riddle right now is flying high. Otis looks like a very... Oh my gosh. With that being said, we go straight to commercial very quickly. We barely got into the match. And here we go with the commercial. This is hilarious, it's true. Hilarious Maybe, but traumatizing? Certainly. I am definitely traumatized by those outfits. Really am. So I'm glad that we've got the commercial right now. Can I burn my eyes out if I cannot? I know, Chris. I know, my brother. I feel your pain right now. Otis looks like a very Carl Anderson. I agree. I agree. This guy. Something. He's something. I'm confused, says King Tones. What is going on, brother? AJ, hopefully Otis turns over on Chad Gable. You know, as much as I despise Chad Gable and Otis, I feel like these two are meant for each other. They are terrible, absolutely hideous. And I feel like Otis will never have a better partner, or Chad Gable will never have a better partner than Otis. I feel like these two are absolutely terrible, ridiculous. I hate both of them. Hate is a strong word, so I'm going to say I cannot stand either of them, but they're made for each other. They probably should stay a couple forever and a day. I feel so, yeah. And since Triple H threat to call of the match, do you think it will happen? I think that I think they'll be just fine, Kenneth. I think they'll be just fine. I'm glad it's a commercial break. That's right, Grandmaster. Me too. This is a quick, nice escape from that traumatizing, you know, whatever was going on right there in the ring. A Riddle as Ezekiel is something that I never thought would be so haunting, but this is terrible. Yeah. And see that True is having a great time. That's terrible. No picture-in-picture? Absolutely not. No picture-in-picture, especially for us right here in India. We don't get picture-in-picture from the WWE. For AEW, when you guys have picture-in-picture, we still get like a full-on television show. We don't get any commercials. But for WWE, when you guys have picture-in-picture, if you do have it, we get a full-on commercial. So it's the other way around. My eyes are hurting right now for this match, says Ricky. I get that, brother. I totally do. Yeah. But I never hear these complaints when Mandy Rose comes out here dressed like Otis. Everybody's happy then. I'm seeing big old eyes here for Mandy Rose. But tonight, your eyes are hurting, Ricky. Now that is sexist, Ricky. That's not right. I'm just kidding. I get it. Giving the show a solid 3. How about you, brother? Alright, Jimbo. I think 3 is a very good score. For some reason, even the Tonight Show has been pretty nice, right? We've seen Roman Reigns, we've seen Brock Lesnar on the same damn show. We opened up with Bianca Belair, the champion. We've seen some big stars showing up tonight, but for some reason, the show has not been magical. It's not been. I don't know if it's missing the X Factor, but I feel like it's missing something. So I kind of agree with your rating right now. I probably will give it a 4. You know, just being a little nice because we got Roman and we got Brock, same show, so probably a 4, but I feel like it's kind of missing something, guys. It's got everything. It's got really everything, but still, something's missing from the show. I'm not sure what it is so far. And what do you think? Well, Bray Wyatt will do a Crown Jewel. He's gonna talk and possibly be confronted by Willy Wonka. I think that could happen as well, but one thing's for sure, he's gonna talk. What is that? 365, that's right, tomorrow. Speaking of Mandy Rose, tomorrow she's going to be celebrating her 365 days. It's going to be a big celebration. 1 year as champion of NXT. It's going to be great. AJ The Rock's daughter debut, that's right, yeah. The Rock's daughter finally here. You know, she was in the Performance Center. I believe she was in the Performance Center for about 2 years, so it was about time for her to make her debut. She's made it. And let's see how the fans take her, how they receive her, and if they're able to get behind her. But let me know, what do you think of her so far, brother? Who wins between Bayley and Bianca for the? It's gonna be Bayley, Chris. It's gonna be Bayley. I know you wanna hear Bayley. It's gonna be Bayley. We're cheering here for Bayley. It's this Saturday. That's right, Crown Jewel. It's gonna be great, guys, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. AJ, when is the South African interview coming out? I thought it was yesterday. Yes, it was supposed to come out yesterday, but. Did not get the green signal, but it's going to be coming out this week itself. Yeah. Oh, this reminds me of Big Dick Johnson during the NXT DX days. Big Dick Johnson. Do you know, guys, that Big Dick Johnson is still around? And, he's still right now on the independent shows, working the independent shows. Yeah. And it's funny because I've been watching Big Dick Johnson on the indies, right? Sometimes I see clips and stuff. Oh my gosh, Otis should stop shaking his stomach like that. Absolutely horrendous. We don't need that. Anyways, yeah, Big Dick Johnson still is alive on the independent shows, and yeah, This guy is, I know the real life identity of this guy. I know the guy who shows up behind the mask. And he's a popular wrestler, you know. I can't say it because he's a friend of mine and I've been told not to reveal the identity. But this guy often the time shows up as Big Dick Johnson on the indies. Sorry, True. Sorry, guys. Oh my god, sorry about that. Yeah. I hope that YouTube doesn't demonetize me for saying that. Okay. Alright, it's just a name, YouTube. It's just a name. And here we are. Otis. Oh my gosh. Is it just me or Otis' stomach's getting bigger? It really feels like when he was making his entrance, oh my gosh. His stomach is literally hanging. I don't know. When he was making his entrance, he did not look as fat as he does now. I'm not sure if it's trunk that's kind of slipping down or what's happening here. But he looks a lot fatter, you know, than he did when he was making his entrance. I don't know what's happening here. He should stop shaking his belly anyways. Is that like Big Dick? Oh my gosh, Andrea should stop saying Big Dick. Really. But that's right. Yeah, the guy shows up in a mask right now in the independent circuit. And here we are. Elias with the save elbow strike to Chad Gable, taking him out right there. I'm looking at Chad Gable, and with the blonde hair and everything, almost reminds me of Dolph Ziggler. But here we are, nice. Otis taking out Matt Riddle, just like that. And Big D Dudley. D is a lot better. Thanks for that, Andy. Yeah, that's a good idea. To replace that word with D. It's nice. He used to do things with as well. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Andy. Oh my gosh, Otis right now on the top turnbuckle. That's traumatizing. I thought this show was PG. Well, not anymore, I guess. Elias now with the pumpkin. And Otis is now, oh my gosh, this thing is gonna be a GIF, guys. And we're gonna be seeing, never gonna see the end of it. This thing is gonna be everywhere. And wow, they squashed it. They totally botched that up. That could have been a beautiful move, but they totally botched it up with the pumpkin head slipping before Otis could actually go down hard. And they botched it up a little. This could have been a nice picture perfect GIF, which people could have used for decades, but they botched it up a little bit right there. Anyways, let's go Bailey become the Raw Women's Champion. That's right, Chris. Absolutely. I had a buddy named Richard. They called him by his nickname a lot. I see it, brother. Yeah, I've had friends as well. You know, one of my friends, his name was, I can't recall his name now. He used to work under me when you know, I was, used to work. I hired him. I can't remember his. I'm very good with names, as you guys can see. He was a pretty cool guy. You know, I hired him. He's a nice guy. Yeah, it was an Indian name basically. I'm terrible with names. I just realized how terrible I am with names. But yeah, he was an Indian guy, and his name was something like Dikesh or something. And it wasn't supposed to be Dikesh. It was supposed to be Disesh or something, you know, with the S instead of the K. But I always used to call him Dikesh, and people used to laugh. I didn't realize it, but I was pronouncing his name wrong all this while. Yeah, poor guy. I'm so terrible with names. Age of YouTube not doing nothing to you. I'll make sure you're a good man. No worries. Thanks for that, King Tones. Thanks for that. That's right. YouTube better not do anything. And actually, it's not Big D Johnson. It's Chris Farley and Patrick Swayze. That's strippers from SNL. That's right, Jeff. Yeah. Saturday Night Live, guys. By the way, Saturday Night Live. You know, one of my friends actually wanted to go to a Saturday Night Live taping. And, you know, of course, they asked me if I could, you know, arrange something, if I could get a spot on the show, you know, to attend the taping. I found out from one of my contacts, and they told me that for Saturday Night Live, if you want to attend one of those tapings, you have to give your names in at least 6 months in advance. And then they have a little lottery system, and with the lottery, if they're able to draw your name, you will be invited to attend one of the tapings for Saturday Night Live. So SNL is very, very popular. People literally they die to attend one of the tapings for SNL. It's crazy. In comparison, if you want to attend, let's say, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, you literally show up the same day of the taping and you're most likely gonna get in. That's how it works. But SNL is a whole different vibe. It's crazy. I see you, Gary. I see that President Pumpkinhead. That is funny. Yeah. I'm his Dog the Clown, the absolute legend, Brother King Jones. That's right. They're using real pumpkins tonight. Yes, they are. Sure, that's a very good observation. They definitely are. They're using those real pumpkins. Very nice. It's a lot better than pumpkins bouncing all around the place, right? And giving up the fact that their balloons are little plastic balls and not really pumpkins. So it's great to see them using real pumpkins. You're right. And coming up next is going to be Miz versus Ali. And we still have about 56 minutes left before the show is going to be over. And, we thought that this was going to be the main event, but no way is this match going to be an hour long. So I've got a lot of questions. What do they have planned for the rest of the show? This match will be most likely 30 minutes, but what do they have planned for the rest of the show? I really am I'm curious, because this show has given us all those big stars in the early part of the show itself, so what do they have left for the last 30 minutes? They don't even have Bray Wyatt appearing tonight, so what's left? I was wrong. Miz versus Ali is not the main event. Maybe it's the women's match. Let's see, Chris. They no way Damage Control loses their Women's Tag Championship. I see. AJ, I know they're missing Boogeyman. I know they are definitely missing Boogeyman, without a doubt. You cannot have Halloween without the Boogeyman, without the Undertaker. But I guess we are past those days, brother. Those golden days of scary wrestling. I guess it's over. We don't. Yeah, I guess. Let's see. I'm doing paranormal hunting right now while listening to AJ. Nothing happening, of course, says Andy. Alright, good stuff. Good thing. Nothing's happening, Andy. Good thing. Alright. AJ did Judgment Day come out? They did, King Toast. They already did. They did come out and they absolutely destroyed the OC. That's what happened tonight. To anyone who has massive balls, go to the doctor. Don't wear a t-shirt and advertise it, says Gary. That's right. By the way, I thought this whole balls joke between with Miz was old and forgotten, but still it's still going on. Miz is still wearing the t-shirt. Ali is still joking about it. So the joke on Miz's balls is still a thing. It's nice. And you know what? Actually, Halloween is a great day to wear that t-shirt advertising your massive balls. That's actually a pretty good excuse to wear that shirt. Yeah, if there's one day when you can wear that shirt and not get slack for it, it's probably possibly Halloween day. So that's that. Boogeyman and Papa Shango would have been great tag team back in WWE. You're right. Yeah. Do I believe in spirits? I don't. I just believe in just the one God. That's about it. But apart from that, I don't believe in anything else. Yeah. So, what about you guys? Do you guys believe in spirits? Lillian Garcia should be considered a Hall of Fame in the class. I think so too. Yeah, sure. But the Great Muta definitely is somebody that a lot of people are predicting will be getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, possibly 2023, and that's because Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be wrestling him. So people are predicting that it's most likely going to be an exchange that Shinsuke Nakamura wrestles him, and then he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's what people are talking about right now. So let's see what happens. But next year, 2023, the inductees will definitely be high profile since the WrestleMania, the induction will be taking place in Hollywood. So the people getting inducted will be high profile for sure. Could also be Dwayne Johnson. I wouldn't be surprised if it's gonna be The Rock next year getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Yeah. AJ, do you ever play scary video games or watch scary movies? Halloween question of the night. I love that. And I would like to take this question and throw it out to all of you. Do you guys watch scary games or play scary games or watch scary movies? Let me know. And for me, I grew up on this game, Resident Evil. I literally grew up on it. Before I could even play games, I used to have my friends, my family, my older siblings sit down with me and play those Resident Evil games, and I used to just watch, right? I used to love that. So I grew up on the Resident Evil games, Resident Evil 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I haven't played the 8th one yet because I'm not a very big fan of the first-person, shooter kind of Resident Evil. But I used to love the older Resident Evil games. They used to be scary as well. YouTube is crazy. For example, you put on something on the thumbnail, it does rewind back to the same thing. Yeah, true. Sometimes it can be crazy indeed. It's a wonderful time to be in New Orleans on Halloween. Is that right, Andy? I had no idea that New Orleans was the place to be on Halloween night. That's nice. Agent TV Marty, right. Alright, Andrew. I will write this name down and try reaching out. Thanks for that. Mustafa Ali coming up now. I see he's got a new Tron as well. Good for him. Mustafa Ali looking good as he comes out here. I feel like this guy, even after being in the WWE for a few years, is still trying to find himself. He's gone up and down. You know, he got some heat over some few things that he tweeted out. He was punished for it, but he's back here. It's something you don't really see, right? When you get such a massive heat from the company over something you tweet out, something like what Ali tweeted out, you don't really come back and work for the company. But Mustafa Ali is still around, which is a surprise in itself. But I feel like every single time I see this guy, he is trying to find himself. He's trying to get over. He's trying to find ways to improve himself, his game right here in wrestling. Hopefully he's able to find himself and really find a spot for himself in the WWE. Right now he's still finding. Yeah. Anyways, let's see. Have you seen Kane's? I have. Yeah, not a big fan though. Not a big fan. King Tones. All right. I like the new gear though. Nice, nice shorts. Miz is wrestling with his T-shirt on for some reason. I believe in God. I've also seen. Wow, Andy. Wow. See. I agree with Lillian for Hall of Fame, says Bojets. Okay. Lillian Garcia has a podcast. Yeah, she does have a podcast, but I don't believe that her podcast is active anymore. I feel like it's been. So the last time I checked her podcast, a couple months ago, from what I remember, she hadn't posted in about a year. So I feel like, I don't know if she's posted recently, but at least a couple months ago, her podcast was inactive. Yeah. Since Disco's Inferno was in WCW, does he have a chance in... yeah, definitely does. For sure, brother. And let's see, what else do we have here? Kane movie was good, in my opinion, says King Toads. Okay, I've seen some... for me, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm trying to think right now. And I'm pretty sure I'm very certain about this. I don't think there's any wrestler whose movies that I've actually gone bananas over. There's no wrestler, you know, that I've loved in a film. For some reason, I just haven't been able to. I love wrestlers. I love you know, but every time they are able to get in Hollywood and get a big film in Hollywood. But I haven't loved any wrestler in a film just yet. That possibly includes The Rock as well. I feel like Rock's films are very repetitive. I've said this before, but a lot of the films that Blood Rock has done, they're very, very similar to each other. You know, The Journey, Journey 2, Jumanji. I can go on and on. San Andreas, Fast and Furious. A lot of those films are very repetitive. Same plot, same action, same Rock, same jokes. I don't know. So I haven't been able to really get behind any wrestler as an actor. Maybe Batista's films are an exception because, you know, he gets those big Marvel films, so that's different. But yeah, I still have to check out the Black Adams though. Still have to check that out. So that could change my opinion. Anyways, let's see what else do we have here. Did you see Logan Paul's podcast with Shawn Michaels? I still have to check it out, King Tones. Have you checked it out though? Let me know if you have. I did hear though that Logan Paul recently said that Triple H is not answering his text, his phones. He's not replying to his texts. So I don't know if he's planting some seeds for an upcoming feud here with Triple H, but he did say that. So that's that. And Miz ripping his T-shirt off like Hulk Hogan would, and sending Mustafa Ali face first right there into the turnbuckle. Mustafa Ali down, flat down, and Miz in control. With that being said, we go to yet another commercial. Yeah, tonight's show doesn't have the magic, guys. It's a stacked show, it's got the matches, but it doesn't have the magic, that's for sure. Something big is missing from the show. Maybe it's the amount of advertisements that we're getting here tonight. Maybe, I don't know, I really have got no idea, but something is missing from the show. Yeah. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. So I've got a question. I see a question right here. What did Pat McAfee say that actually got some heat from the NFL? I'm not sure what's going on, Gary, with Pat McAfee and NFL. Anybody here, you know, who follows NFL and knows about the situation with Pat McAfee and what he said that pissed off the NFL, please let us know. Thank you. Let's see. AJ, I think Dexter is making Miz lose to Ali. It could happen. You know, I was thinking about Dexter earlier on today that it's been a while since we've seen something really substantial from Dexter. So tonight might be the night he actually makes a statement. Anyways, guys, Crown Jewel is coming up this Saturday. It's going to be Crown Jewel. We've got some very big matches. Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul, as we already know, is the main event of the night. We got the OC versus the Judgment Day, another big match. Brock Lesnar taking out Bobby Lashley. McIntyre taking out Karrion Kross. Braun Strowman going one-on-one against Omos, Bianca Belair, and Bayley going one-on-one. And of course, the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes also happening. So big matches taking place. Crown Jewel. So far, they've announced a total of 7 matches. So let's see if they're going to be adding any more. I don't think they will, but so far we have 7 matches announced for Crown Jewel. That's right. Black Adam is okay, says King Devs. I have to check it out. I've been looking forward to it. Still have to check it out. Look at the handprint on the Miz's chest. Yeah. Is there a trick or treat in India? No, James. There's no trick or treat in India. So just like I said, Halloween is slowly making its way to India right now. You know, Halloween exists, but only in the clubs. You know, only in little Halloween parties. But that's about it. Outside of those things, Halloween doesn't really exist in the society. So yeah, that it's still not a thing. I think that it's only a matter of time before trick-or-treating also becomes a thing in India. Probably will take another few decades, but I think it's gonna be here sooner than later. Because if you look at India, the way it's you know, adapting to the whole Western culture, you know, every little thing from the West is coming to India. You talk about Black Friday, you talk about Cyber Monday. I'm sorry, all of that stuff is here. So I feel like Halloween is not too far away either. Yeah, I mean, India, they don't celebrate Thanksgiving here, but they celebrate Black Friday. It's funny. The quality of the matches. You're right, Andrew. That probably is it. That is it. Yeah. Pat McAfee being a jerk, or he said something. I'm not surprised. Pat McAfee, I guess being Pat McAfee. That's right. No, King Tones, nothing on the press conference. Nothing on that. Crown Jewel looks good, says Grandmaster. Yeah. At least if they're having something, it's only for these Saudi reporters. That's about it. It is their Thanksgiving in India. So the whole thing about the press conference is, you know, basically if they're having it, it's only for the Saudi Arabian reporters. So that's why I'm not going to be there myself. I could have gone there, but, you know, of course, then I would have had to pay for the travels and stuff as opposed to what they did for WrestleMania and earlier as well for some other shows. So yeah, we're going to hold off on that right now. Let's see. It's thanks. So just like I said, Chua, no Thanksgiving in India, brother. None of that stuff. You're right. Lots of ads, Bojets, without a doubt. Trick or treat is American thing or some places. I believe trick or treating, if I'm not wrong, does it originate from the Irish culture? If I'm not wrong. You know, what happened was that early on, the people used to think that on this particular night, ghosts used to come out. So they used to leave little treats outside of their homes, you know, little food items outside of their homes, little offerings. And they used to shut their doors and leave their homes and go somewhere to pray, I believe. Expecting the ghosts to come to their houses and look at the treats, take the treats, and be on their way out, right? Not enter their house and not harm them or anything else. So that's why what they used to do was that they used to put the treats outside of their homes and then leave the homes themselves, go out to pray or whatever. The entire village, the entire towns used to do that. Every other house had treats kept outside of their homes, and they just used to leave themselves, expecting these ghosts to show up, take the treats, and then be on their way. So they did that as a way to stay safe and to stay protected from the ghosts themselves. Now that got adapted into what we now see as trick-or-treating, where kids now go dressed as ghosts, home to home, and ask for trick-or-treats. So that's it. So it's a cute little thing that it is now, trick-or-treating. But back then, it was a whole lot spookier, where people thought they were actually dealing with real ghosts, and they offered them treats to stay safe. That's what they did. Yeah, that is how this whole thing originates. It's pretty interesting. And Grandma says, I might go Saudi for Crown... Really? You will go to Saudi for Crown Jewel? That's nice, Grandmaster. Okay, alright. Now, that's nice. I'm planning another big trip in the coming months. You know, I'm saving up for it right now. We'll be doing a vlog when that trip happens. But I'm planning a trip overseas, nice vacation. But I'll be vlogging during the vacation as well. So, yeah, I'm not going to Saudi. So I'll go to that trip. But it's going to be fun. Let's see. It'd be something fun for kids if they did bring Halloween to India. It would be nice for sure. And here we are. Who mentioned Dexter Lumis? And here he is. Dexter Lumis out here attacking The Miz, just like you guys said he would. That's right. Wow. Wow. Okay, the security guards are after Dexter Lumis. Nice. The Miz is scared. Speak of Halloween, The Miz just saw a ghost in real life. And that's going to cost him the match for sure. Mustafa Ali with a big super kick right there. That was a crazy super kick right there. Knocking The Miz out. Ali now climbing the top turnbuckle, looking to take him out, and he's probably going to do it. That's right. And that's it. Going for the cover. It's a 1, it's a 2, and it's a 3, just like that. Ali with a big victory over The Miz, courtesy of Dexter Lumis. Nice. Nice. And Chua says, is Christmas in India? Yeah, there's a fraction of population that celebrates Christmas in India, sure. If you go to, cities like Mumbai and stuff, you will see, bigger celebration for Christmas. You'll see the Christmas trees and the, areas lit up, so that happens. Yeah. I know, what's next? Easter Bunny. I don't think we're going to be getting Easter Bunny. Take a trip to the UK. I know, Grandmaster. A UK trip is going to be happening as well, brother. I'll be hopefully traveling to the UK soon. Yeah. Actually, was supposed to do it. I was actually planning to make a trip to the UK for the Clash of the Castle show. But, that did not happen because of some visa issues. I did not have enough time to get a visa, but hopefully for the next one, we'll be there. Let's see. London, the spooky streets. That's right. The Miz has QR code on boot. Really? Oh my gosh, now that is crazy. Attention to detail, my brother James. He says The Miz has a QR code on his boot. Now that is crazy. Crazy. Okay, Johnny Gargano's tell-all interview is coming up next. An interview that The Miz did not want to be put out there, but it'll be put out there. It's going to be put out next. Should be interesting. Let's see. Anyways, the guard got... I saw that. The way he hopped, through the barricade, it was crazy good. The guard, definitely an independent wrestler, showing off his pure athleticism right there. That was nice. That would sound like fun brand... Wait a second, what do we have here? The spooky streets, that's right. That sounds like fun indeed. Christopher Columbus never found America first. The Vikings were in America way before Columbus. Just wanted to share that for you, AJ. That's right, yeah. Thanks for that, Andy, brother. And let's see what else do we have here. You're right, the Wrestling News get-together should be in London. I love that. Either London or New York. That's where we have to get together. I'm telling you guys right now. AJ will be in WrestleMania next year, boys. Most likely, guys. Most likely. That's right. Meet and greets will save your money. It's a family here, so we're not charging anybody for no meet and greets. It's a family. Let's see what else do we have here. Yeah, that's right. No problem, Kingtones, brother. No problem. Every day we learn something new, right? I was blown away too when I heard about this whole, tradition of Halloween. Crazy. Didn't see a Wii on Miz's boots. I didn't see a QR code on Miz's boots, says Andrew. If there's something, I'm pretty sure it's going to be popping on Twitter in just a bit. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, WrestleMania next year should be good. Hollywood. It's going to be great. You're awesome, Andy. Thank you. Thank you. I prefer Halloween to Xmas, says Grandmaster. Okay. So you prefer being on the dark side, I see. Alright, Grandmaster. That is sweet. I must say, Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas myself, but Christmas. Being in New York, Christmas time is the most magical thing ever. I mean, you see nothing but joy, all around. The streets of New York are lit up. You see people celebrating, singing, dancing. You see Santa Claus, all of that stuff. It's great. Christmas is the best time to be when it comes to New York City. The whole city is lit up. It's absolutely beautiful. It's great. Some of my favorite memories from being in New York around Christmas was going to Bryant Park for ice skating. Was going to, all these places for Christmas. Macy's and Herald Square. Yeah. The Rockefeller Center for the big Christmas tree. Yeah, beautiful. There's no better place to be than New York City for Christmas. It's great. Anyways, V2 Grandmaster, I don't represent Christmas, says Andy. I see that. Yeah. For us, though, for the Sikhs, the month of December is actually a very hard month. It's a month, if you look at the Sikh history, the December is a very challenging, a very hard month for us. So, Yeah, there's no celebration in December for us. It's quite a month. I prefer ghost zombies and scary stuff, says Grandmaster. I see that. That's nice. So you prefer staying on the dark side. So I see that you probably also like the darker Alexa Bliss better than the current Alexa Bliss, Grandmaster, if I'm not right. And sorry, AJ, I watch Raw right now is live. Police Chase live in LA is on my TV. Ah, that's awesome, Ricky. No, I'm pretty sure that Police Chase live is better than Raw Tonight. Raw Tonight has not been good, and the fact that we're getting an interview in the final hour, final 30 minutes of the show is not a good idea. It's definitely not a good idea. You see how Brock Lesnar said that he was not going to be here on Raw Tonight just to talk? He came out here to fight. That's how it should be. And here we are, some more Halloween pictures from fans dressed as the friends of Bray Wyatt. That's nice. I prefer the dark side of the Force. I like that, Grandmaster. I like that. Okay. Ricky says, yes, you know it, AJ. Love that, Ricky. And AJ, when I speak with someone on the phone, they say, "Me, why your voice sounds like your dad?" Really? That's nice, true. And AJ, no offense, but my buddy is history teacher. He said some individuals celebrate Christmas in India. So, there are Christians in India too, right? So they celebrate Christmas in India. That's it. Oh my gosh. WWE investigation. This should be interesting. Let's see.
Physical attacks. But recently, someone has come forward claiming to have a bombshell regarding this explosive situation. His name is Johnny Gargano. He was a close friend of Dexter Lumis at NXT, and now he is a whistleblower with an inside scoop. I recently sat down with Johnny Wrestling to uncover what he calls the truth. Who is Dexter Lumis? That's a very layered.
It's pretty sweet.
I've known Dexter for years. As his quirks, we all do. But he's a guy trying to make a living just like the rest of us. Dexter married into my NXT family. So I had to learn to accept him like,
I like that. A reenactment. And the fact that he's actually acknowledging Dexter losing his job and everything falling apart, that's pretty sweet. I like that. Okay, so this is definitely very, very cringy, but they've done it well. They've done a good job here at, I believe, reenacting a news. So this is the kind of an interview that you'd see on a news channel, right? Something like 90 minutes. Quite interesting. This is hilarious. That's right, true. Yeah, very, very cringy, very cheesy, but I like the way it's been presented. The whole reenactment and stuff is hilarious. We actually got a phone call audio here as well. This is great.
let's try something new next Monday.
Oh, wow.
And I'll tell you the rest once it's all done. Don't look at me like that. Take the money and keep your mouth shut.
And silence from Dexter. Nothing but silence from Dexter. This is great. And Andy says, I have to say, for being on my favorite holiday, chatting with everybody while doing paranormal hunting is my favorite time with you all for holidays. You're awesome. Thanks for that, Andy. Thank you. Did they really say that the Miz is a celebrity wannabe, a fabricator of lies? That's how they're tagging the Miz, a fake stalker? Really? That is hard. That is... I feel bad for the Miz right now, but that is funny. That is literally... This is the kind of segment that you would see, I don't know, on CNBC or maybe ABC, but this is the kind of stuff that you would see on one of those news channels. They have done it perfectly. or Gargano right here, is putting his theory out there as well. He says Miz must have stopped paying Dexter, and that's why he's doing what he's doing right now, okay? You're awesome, King Tones, thank you. WWE hasn't got a clue to do with the Miz and Loomis storyline right now. Well, they've dragged Gargano into this whole thing, and now Gargano out here telling his side of the story, Grandmaster. So, that's that. Anyways, now we are down to the final 30 minutes of the show. We're done with the sit-down interview with Gargano. Let's see if the final 30 minutes makes or breaks the show.
This is not going to stand. It's ridiculous.
Corey Gray's a bit too fired up for all of this right now. Okay, Corey, alright. They sure don't, Grandmaster. Randy agrees that they have no idea what to do with Miz and Dexter. Let's see. They need to bring back Maurice with the Loomis girlfriend. I agree. I feel like Indy Hartwell should be here already. I'm not sure why is she not here. Maybe they're trying to figure it all out right now between the men, but I feel like Indy should be here. Should be. That was cringy, says Chris. Without a doubt, it was cringy, but well produced nevertheless. They did a good job with the production. And my microphone, is my microphone cutting up for everybody, or is it only Trua? Let me know, guys, if you can hear me just fine, or is it just Trua? Please let me know. Alright. Anyways, here we are. They're running us down with the whole match card here for Crown Jewel. Of course, some big matches taking place. And just like True said, we already know who's going to be winning between OC and the Judgment Day. It's going to be the OC. They got to go over for sure. Can you get interviews easier by retired wrestlers from WWE or in general? I mean, it depends really. I mean, when it comes to retired wrestlers, it's a whole different mood because it depends on the retired wrestlers if they want to do the interview. You know, a lot of times, retired wrestlers, they don't want to do it because they're not in the business anymore. They're just relaxing, they're chilling out, you know. Unless they have their own stuff going on and they want something they want to promote, most of them are chilling out. So, you know, so it depends. It depends on the people. And you have been cutting in and out. Really, Andrew? I've been cutting in and out. That's not good. Oh, dear. Alright, I'll probably have to use my other audio system. I'll start using it for... I'll test my audio system out tomorrow. That might be better, because I believe there are some problems happening with this microphone now. I'll test my audio system tomorrow. Thanks for that, guys. And just like they announced earlier, Bray Wyatt will be live at Crown Jewel. Let's see what he says. But also Bianca Belair and Bayley going to be fighting for the Raw Women's title in the last women's standing match. So this should be good. And Rikishi would be a good interview. I know, Rikishi would be nice. Sure. Let's see. Let's try. I thought you were my brother, King Tones. You really want me to eat a chili? Yet another chili. You remember what happened to me the first time I had a green chili? Yeah, I remember it very well. It was hard. And Bianca Belair now coming out, whipping her tail, whipping her pony, and wow, she's accompanied here by Asuka and Alexa. Sweet. Should be a good match. You did not see me eating a chili. You missed out, King Tones. You missed out. That was crazy. Literally, as soon as the stream started, Chris, I know it was you, Chris. Chris made me eat a chili, and it was something I probably can never forget. Wow, and wow, that fan looks good, dressed as Asuka. She looks pretty good. Do you see that? Yeah, she looks good. Nice. But I must say, I like the pink face paint a lot better on Asuka than I did the green. I think the pink just goes along perfectly. And here she is, Alexa Bliss now making her way out. She did mention on Twitter early on today that she used to love the themed costume. She used to love, you know, dressing for different occasions such as Halloween. Now she doesn't like it so much because there are so many themed outfits out there. So many people wearing themed outfits that it's just not fun anymore, says Alexa Bliss. I had chili on my pizza earlier. That's sweet, Grandmaster. Okay, wow. You know, you guys should not really mention pizza because right now I'm on a little bit of a diet. So I'm off my pizzas, my burgers, all the delicious stuff. I'm off it, and right now I'm literally, you know, my diet only includes greens, and that's about it. Yeah. Can you interview Stone Cold Steve Austin? You know, Chris, I would love to interview Stone Cold. That'll be a hard get, but I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I would love to. And let's see. hopefully one day we will interview Stone Cold Steve Austin, brother. Anyways, with that being said, we once again go to commercial just like that. And guys, make sure to share the interviews, all the interviews that we do. Make sure to share them with your friends, with your network, so more people are aware of the wrestling show and more people tune in, because we need that, right? To get more and more, wrestlers on board, we need more views, we need a bigger audience. So help me out and make sure to share the interviews, the work with your people. Thank you. Your diet only includes greens, chili. Oh my gosh, Grandmaster, I don't expect you to turn heel on me, brother. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Wow. Anyways, once again, on commercial, and I think this is the reason why tonight's show has been so crappy. A lot of commercials, little to no wrestling. I mean, if we do get wrestling, it's not quality wrestling, just like somebody said earlier. I'm just not feeling it. We got about 25 minutes left. Some shows, 3 are just fly by, you don't even notice. Tonight, even though we got these big names, the hours did not fly by, and that's a problem. My uncle said, eat chili, it kills bacteria, and don't need to wash your teeth. Alright. Alright, your uncle is turning heel on me. King Toes, you go first. Have a green chili. The heel club comes out on Halloween. I see that, Andrew. Everybody wants to turn heel on poor AJ. It's terrible. On one side, you got AJ Styles, people turning heel on him, and then you've got AJ Singh right here, so that's that. Love that. Let me know. Well, actually, since you guys are all turning heel on me, I probably should do this right now. Probably is the time to do this. That's right. Who turned heel? Wait a sec. Who turned heel tonight? Ricky. It is Grandmaster who's turning heel, and King Tones. That's right. And sorry to see and hear other wrestling YouTubers attacking. I know, James. You did see that, right? Lots of people, basically did not like the fact that I interviewed Del Rio. And to those people, this is what I say. Everybody gets to have a say, all right? Everybody gets to have a say, and even Del Rio does. People accuse him of stuff, and he was arrested at one point, but then, the arrest was made because of an accusation that was put forth by a lady, and those accusations turned out to be false. The lady herself apologized to the police. Del Rio was released from prison. He's a free man now, and now the police are after that lady for defaming Del Rio. So in that particular case, Del Rio was proved to be innocent. He did not do anything. At least that's what the lady herself said, right? That's why she's now facing legal trouble. Now, apart from that, when it comes to Paige, right? Everything that happened with Paige and Del Rio in their relationship is toxic, and it's from both the ends, is what Del Rio says. But apparently they had an NDA signed, and when that lady, the lady who, falsely accused Del Rio of all the wrongdoings, when she came forth and she accused Del Rio of all the stuff, Paige also made some comments about Del Rio doing similar stuff to Paige, which also Del Rio says was fake accusations from Paige. And that's why Del Rio, even during the interview, he threatened Paige. He told her that, okay, so you, your family, your friends, anybody tries to put a finger on me or say anything, false about me, about Del Rio, he's not gonna stay quiet. And this time, he's got evidence. He's got evidence that will prove Paige wrong and will prove him right. So I just say this, that all the people who attacked me over the interview, I just say this, that everybody gets to have a say. That's it. And, during the interview, I tried to be as unbiased as I could. All of that stuff. Definitely never biased, and, yeah, that's it. And let's see what else do we have here. Chris says, or interview Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy would be nice as well, sure. Halloween is a heel day, says Grandmaster, or heel night, that's right. Yep. You had Hambaro Chili. That's nice, okay. I have no idea what Hambaro Chili is. Is that Habanero Chili? I've got no idea, brother. Is that also supposed to be spicy? I just never see you eat chili. Alright, King Toes. I'm gonna have a chili when we hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. For sure, I'm gonna have a chili. So far, I'm giving tonight's show a 6 out of 10, and that is being generous. Gary, you're being very generous right now, really, because I'm gonna give it a 4. Still, I'm just giving it a 4. Anyways, this is gonna be a good match. There's the titles on the line right here. They're not gonna drop the titles, but Should be interesting, nevertheless. Love that Grandmaster. And he rubbed people the wrong way. Without a doubt he did. He made a lot of mistakes, and that you cannot hide. He did make a lot of mistakes. And he probably should own up to those mistakes. I think he has, to a certain extent. He definitely has owned up to those mistakes. I've heard some crazy stories about Del Rio, about him being absolutely crazy, especially when he's drunk. So without a doubt, the guy is not any holy man. He's not a clean guy whatsoever. He's made mistakes. Right now, he's trying to, just make himself a better man, a better parent. So more power to him. Hopefully he, follows the right path and doesn't repeat his mistakes. That's all we can say. Yeah, that's it. And thank you. And Andy says, as always, AJ Watch Along is 10 out of 10. Raw, on the other hand, could have been better. Thank you for that, guys. And I say this all the time. The Watch Along will never be a 10 out of 10. Or even, will never be a Watch Along without you guys. So I'm going to thank all of you guys for making the Watch Alongs what they are. You guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's right, King Tones. He did. He did. How are Damage Control in the main event? Well, the Damage Control, they are the champions. This is a title defense. That's why the main event right here. I understand, though. Why are they in the main event? I'm not sure. And here we are, Alexa Bliss right now with the upper hand, taking out Io Sky. And honestly, I would have Bliss and Asuka as my tag team champions. I would like them a lot better, maybe, than Dakota Kai and Io Sky as the champions. I would definitely get behind Alexa and Asuka as champions at this point. Chua gives it 3 out of 10. And let's see what else do we have here. We got King Tone says, well, we all knew Del Rio was going to be a controversial interview. Why people surprised? Yeah, that's right. Thank you, King Tones. I never liked Del Rio, says Andy. Oh, me neither. I was never a big fan of his, and every time he did get those big victories, I was super annoyed, Andy. I really was. But as an interviewer, my job is to interview people and to put the story out there, for all these people. That's it. That's my work. Yeah, that's it. And David, good to see you, brother. Welcome. No problems. Welcome. And I hope that you're having a great Halloween, brother. That's right. That's right. This is Ricky's brother, David. He's awesome. And Dakota Kai and Alexa Bliss battling right now. And these two ladies, I don't know if they have anything in common except for the hair. Literally the hair. The color is so common. The blonde and the pink. It's incredible. Love that. That's right, Ricky. Welcome back, Ricky. Welcome, David. Good to see you guys. If you're going to eat habanero chili, you should go for the ghost chili or the Carolina chili. I've never heard of any of those, but I'll take a look at those. For us here, it's usually, the peppers, or you have the green chili or the red chili. That's what we get here. But I'll have to take a look at that. I'm assuming this Friday night, it's a tape show, without a doubt, Gary. It's a tape show because, of course, Saturday they're going to be in Saudi Arabia, so Friday they couldn't do a live show. That's why it's going to be a tape show. Yeah. Ricky says, Chase, and after Gary out the street, President see a crazy chase. What is going on here, Ricky? Okay. Raw is spooky, says David. It's spooky, but it's spooky in a bad way. It's just not a good show tonight. That's right. Let's go. Alexa Bliss, says Ricky. Okay, guys. So stay on the dirt sheets for the coming few days because you don't want your SmackDown to get spoiled, because SmackDown is going to be taped this Friday, and we don't want to spoil it before we watch the show. Damage Control are going to retain the Women's World Tag Team titles. It's going to happen, Tony, without a doubt. They definitely are going to be retaining. No questions asked. It will happen. And I feel like this is a match that could have very well taken place maybe at Crown Jewel, but instead they're battling it out. They're defending the title right here on the Raw before Crown Jewel. Stay away from Carolina Reapers. It's a nasty hot pepper, one of the hottest. Thank you for that, Andrew. So Andrew might turn heel on me, but Andrew will never turn super heel on me. Thanks for that, brother. I really appreciate that. Is Halloween AJ is crazy? It's not, Ricky. It's not. Halloween is only celebrated by a very small fraction of people, and just limited to the clubs or the parties. That's about it. Yeah, nothing crazy about it. Right here. I'll stick with the watch along, but I refuse to watch Damage Control in the main event, says Grandman. I understand that, brother. And here we are, Asuka, still with the upper hand. Asuka and Alexa have been dominating this match. Damage Control have been in the receiving end of the things here. once again, I've said this before, I'll say it again, I'm loving the pink face paint on Asuka. I think it's made a world of difference. She looks a lot better and a lot more likable with the pink rather than the green face paint. She looked repulsive back then. Anyways, here we are, Asuka and Io Sky battling it out. Io Sky with an elbow strike to Asuka, Asuka with a push. These two definitely have a history, and here they are battling it out. Rampage is live. It's ironic, right? SmackDown taped, Rampage live. That's interesting. Thanks for that, Ricky. Gotta be rushed for SmackDown this week, without a doubt, brother. I eat little amounts of ghost pepper on some foods. Alright, I'll take a look. Dream Mat, says Tony. Really? Okay. Alright, Tony is loving it. Asuka, Io Sky, 1-on-1. Only live for so long, as now we have Alexa Bliss in the equation. Asuka tags Bliss in, and now it is Bliss and Io Sky going at it. Alexa still with the upper hand. Damage control is taking a lot of damage in this match, without a doubt. If you look at the time, we've still got about 15 minutes left, so I think there's still room for another commercial. And yeah, that's it. We're probably going to be getting another commercial, guys. I just cannot stand Bayley and her fake heel character. Grandmaster, I'm literally the only guy who, before Bayley returned, I'd been saying that I want the face Bayley back. I want the Bayley back with the balloons, but of course that never happened, but I'm with you. I feel like Bayley as a heel is cute. She's good. She wants to be a heel. She wants to be a badass. Cute. But I feel like she just works a lot better as a face. I still think so. Even though she's here with Io and with Dakota, I still feel like Bayley as a face is an organic. Yeah, Raw definitely not a good show as usual, but a little bit better than last week, and that's coming from me. James, that's awesome. Now, last week's show I did not watch, so I've got no idea, because I tell you guys all the time, I do not watch any wrestling without you guys. I cannot. I can never dream of it. But so last week, I did not watch Raw, but wow, the fact that this one's better than last week, I'm glad I did not watch last week's Raw. Okay. Sky versus Asuka, that's right, Tony. That definitely is a good dream match, without a doubt. Female War Games. Bayley has hinted Rhea Ripley will work with her group. No surprise there. Yeah, not surprised. I think they'll work good together. My God, we got a Precious Chitalu here. Good to see you, Precious Chitalu. Welcome. And they say, my Bianca will get back her title no matter what, because it's always a winner and she believes in herself. I agree. I hope that Chris is not listening to this right now, but I feel like Bianca will definitely win and retain the title at Crown Jewel. Chris, I hope you're not listening to this right now. Anyways, last week's show was normal, meaning still not good. I see Andy. Tonight's show, though, it definitely is not good. When it started out the first hour, I was like, it's only been 55 minutes, but I don't know, it just feels like it's been a bit, right? But now, I really must say it's just not been. It's been a very slow show. Too many commercials. Just like I said, one more commercial right here. It's just not been great. Do you like Doritos? I love Doritos. I mean, now I cannot have Doritos because, you know, I'm on a diet. But, yeah, back in the day, Doritos and you know, those cheese dips, they used to be my thing. Man, to think about it, when I was in New York, I used to have a lot of junk food, lots of crap. You know, Doritos, lots of cheese dips, you know, bagels, lots of stuff. Yeah, lots of bread, pizzas. Yeah. Subway every single day, literally. Samosa chaats. I used to have a lot because I didn't cook myself, so I ate out most of the time. So yeah, lots of junk for sure. Tonight's show is more bad than last week. Both is so bad. Ross, as Ricky said, Raw is on a streak right now. If I remember it correctly, if I recall this correctly, even the show that we got the week prior to last week was also not the greatest show ever. Yeah, so 3 bad shows from Raw, back to back to back. That's not a good sign. Last week's Raw was so bad. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. Alright, Vince must be back running the shows. You know it, brother. You know, Kurt Angle said that Vince has to be somewhere. He has to be somewhere making the phone calls, still staying on top of things, and probably is true. I want Bayley to win, but I'm thinking she won't. I'm going to stick with a lot of people are saying Charlotte will be the number one. What with the one that will take Bianca's belt? Yeah, I feel like Charlotte, it makes sense, right? Bayley, this lady Bianca has held onto the belt for so long that it's going to be a substantial match. When it happens, it's going to be a very important match, and somebody big will take it away from her. I hate the idea that somebody who's already cemented as a top tier wrestler, takes away a win like that. Because I feel like Bianca Belair, with the momentum that she has right now, should probably drop the belt to a new and up and coming star, right? Maybe somebody from NXT. She drops the belt to her and gives her the momentum that she's earned over the years, right? I think that would be great. But for her to take all that momentum and give it to Charlotte Flair, who already has all this organic momentum because she's Charlotte Flair, it makes no sense to me. So I feel like Bianca should lose to an upcoming star. That's what I feel. I want Bayley to win, but I'm thinking she won't. That's Andy, and I agree. It won't happen, brother. King Tones, welcome back, brother. Bianca Belair will be champion for a long. I agree. It's funny because if you look at all the champions, Roman Reigns, Bianca Belair, right? It just feels like these guys are going to be champion for a long time. Mandy Rose. How many points on Twitch would it be for you to shave? No, Chris. Never. Never. No. Never. That's. I can't even think of it. No, please never say that. Look at my history. Look at the Sikh history, and you would know that it's gonna take my head for that to happen. It's never gonna happen. No. And Becky has hinted when she returns, she is going to be back as the man. Well, that'd be nice. I would definitely like that a lot better than the crazy Becky that we have right now. The man was a lot more. Yeah, she just got it. She was in control of her own mental health. This Becky is crazy, Becky. So AJ, if somebody wants to go to SmackDown Live for Friday, it's a Tuesday night you go to, right? Well, if it's a tape show, yeah, it's gotta be another day, but usually it's Friday. No, King Toes, guys, stop with this shaving stuff. No, never. You guys need to look up Sikh history to really know the importance of hair, the importance of beard, the importance of everything. This is not just hair. This is the God's gift to us. You have to look up the Sikh history to really know the importance of the turban, the beard, the everything. Yeah, there's a big story behind it. And as we see here, that's right, Sareed, welcome, happy Halloween indeed. Thank you, welcome. Sasha will dethrone Bianca, says Chris. That'd be nice. Yeah. Sasha coming back, dethroning Bianca. Now that would be crazy. That would be a crazy scenario. As we see here, it is Dakota and Alexa battling it out one more time. Slap to the face of Dakota Kai, knee strike, and a drop kick, taking out Kai right there. Just like that. Alexa Bliss right now in control. And she goes after Dakota Kai. I know, right? Where are the heel bombs? The heel bombs are going to come right here. Well, it should be more than bombs right there, because this is crossing the limit heel. This is not just like chili heel. This is a bit too much. So, too many bombs. I'm going to throw a lot of bombs because they need to be coming. That's right. Oh, yeah. The bomb's not going to stop, brother. The bomb's not stopping. Those were a lot of heels. Yeah. That's right. A lot better now. And here we are, Dakota Kai still in trouble. Man, Alexa and Asuka have dominated the majority of this match. And these guys, Damage Control, have really been on the receiving end of things. I don't know how they're going to pick up a victory after this. And Halloween is definitely a day. October 31st is a crucial day. Not just in America itself, but if you look at India, look at October 31st. Look it up, guys. It's a scary day in Indian history as well. Yeah. I know, Gary. I don't see anybody making any noise. I don't see anybody clapping, waving. I don't see any signboards, anything at all. This should not be the main event. The fans in attendance don't care. We don't care. I'm not sure why this is the main event. I know that JD from New York, if he's watching this right now, he probably is happy because he's proving his point with his women's wrestling crap. I don't agree with him, but this should not be the main event. I know, Craig Jones, this has been a disappointing show without a doubt. I think expecting your background to have a skeleton walk and wave Debbie left. I know, Andy, right? That would have been nice. I probably should keep that in mind for next year's Halloween. Crowd is dead without a doubt, Ricky, and I guess that, you know, it's very well suited for Halloween that the crowd is dead, right? It's a dead crowd. Ghosts all around the place. That's nice. A code breaker. I'm a big brother, Tony. I am just as big of a mark for code breakers as you are. I love code breakers myself. Hell yeah. This crowd should be like NFL fans and soccer fans, but this is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And Bianca Belair taking out Bayley ringside. Over the barricade the two go. And now we are in the final 5 minutes of the match. It should be coming to a closure finally. Let's see. Love that, guys. Headbutt. Headbutt from Dakota Kai to Alexa Bliss right there. And a dodge from Asuka and from Dakota Kai. Asuka, though, hits her with a big kick to the head. And Dakota Kai counters that with another big kick straight to the forehead of Asuka, taking her out. And Bianca and of course, Bayley are still brawling ringside. I think she's going to be putting her through the table because the table is kept there for a reason. And it's not going to break itself, right? So somebody is going through that table there, it seems. Something's going to happen. Final 4 minutes of the show right now. I ain't surprised the crowd is dead. Damage control or a oh wow, that's right. So the table was kept there. Two tables were kept there for a reason, and somebody had to break them. And with that being said, Bianca and Bayley go through the tables right there. NXT fans are the best for sure. That's right. What's the difference? Wait a second. Seems like Asuka is still in control. Yeah. Even though it's some sort of a 2-on-1 situation right now, she's still got it. Alexa Bliss just pulls Dakota Kai from the ring and sends her to the steel steps. These two might be dropping the titles tonight, guys. Because Alexa and Asuka, they have got it. They are in control right now. Wow. This could be it. What the hell just happened here? Are you kidding me? They have dropped the World Tag Titles, guys. Alexa and Asuka are the new tag team champions. I did not see this coming at all. Wow, that is crazy. Big victory here from Alexa and Asuka. They have dethroned Damage Control as the tag team champions. I guess this speaks volumes. Maybe Damage Control is on their way down now from here. The fact that they dropped the titles right a few days before Crown Jewel speaks volumes. Maybe Damage Control is on a decline. I don't think Bianca Belair is losing at Crown Jewel, and the fact that these two also dropped their titles, maybe time's up for Damage Control. Yeah, that's right, new champions, and I'm loving it because I'm loving Alexa and I'm loving Asuka as a tag team. So tag team champions, great decision. I like it. I definitely do like it. And interesting, it won't be a long reign, says Andy. Okay, alright, thanks for that. King Jones, I'm happy for Alexa and Asuka, says Ricky. Bayley is definitely alright, true here. With that same logic that we always see in wrestling, that if somebody goes down in the go-home show, they're definitely winning in the pre-show. So it seems like from that logic, from that perspective, since Damage Control dropped the titles tonight, Bayley could be winning. Wow, and they also get the pyro here for the new champions. Nice celebration here for Alexa and Asuka. Good job. Alright, Gary still gives it a 6 out of 10. I like that. And I see Gary had a question early on for the code breaker and the backstabber. So the code breaker is frontal, backstabber is, from the back. So that's the only difference. But both of them, they definitely hurt your spine. But that's right, guys. To close Raw, we have a tag team, we have a title change, and the new tag team champions are Asuka and Alexa Bliss. That happened. 4 out of 10 from James, 6 from Gary. We got Ricky giving it a 6 as well. That's right. Me and Bailey is not winning this weekend, says Ricky. Let's see what happens. Tomorrow NXT, that's right. We're going to be watching NXT tomorrow. 10 out of 10 because Damage Control lost as Grandmaster. I like that. Well, I'm going to give tonight's show a 4 out of 10. I feel like it was just a show that had a lot of stars, had a lot of, powers, had a lot of strength, but did not deliver for some reason. Even despite of all the star power, it just did not deliver. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me here today. It was a pleasure watching the show with you, as it always is. I see King Tones give it an F+. I give tonight's show a C, says David. Yeah, I feel like it was just a very moderate show, or below average. Yeah, I feel like below average is the correct word for it. I agree with you, AJ. 4 out of 10. Thanks for that, Brother Randy. Thank you. Well, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being here once again. Happy Halloween to everybody celebrating today. And I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow for NXT. Thank you, Andy. You are the best. Thank you, much love to all of you. Have a good night, and I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow for NXT, and of course, I'm going to be seeing you all this weekend for Crown Jewel. It's going to be great. F for Chua. All right, F+++. I like that. All right, guys. Have a good night. Sleep well. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow for NXT. Thank you.